What's up, Raygun? What's up, Destroying? How you guys doing? How's your guys' progression if you guys are playing this league? And you guys playing anything new? Because like right now we're playing with what is it, Holy Strike, but we're gonna go to what is it, Hammer Strike or Holy Hammers? Holy Hammers is what we're gonna be building into. So I actually don't really like this skill, but it's only up until Act 3, but I don't actually know how far it is in Act 3. But what I plan to do is once we hit level 28, which probably is going to be the end of this act, we're going to start off Act 3 with the skill. The reason why is I think maybe it's a Templar only purchasable one, which obviously makes things a little bit more difficult since we're not Templar. But we're going to get some items at the start, and we're going to go for it. So let's go ahead and get started. All right. So now, oh, we move the chat over an inch over here, and then we're going to be good. You play the new Ascendancy after you get a little money. Ah, okay, you need to get that currency up. Yeah, I got you. But let's go continue on our Path of Exile play session. Now, in Act 2 here, I want to buy some items with these Orb of Alchemies. Now, this is going to be optional. If you happen to have Chaos Orbs or Orb of Alchemy, you can generally use these to trade for items. This is 100% optional, but I'm going to show you guys it because I want this to be a beginner guide that can show off everything in the game. So what we're going to go to is the pathofexile.com website/trade. This is going to allow you to trade. Now, if it's your first time, you're going to have to like log in. Like you see, like I'm already logged in, but you log in with Xbox, Steam, whatever you're using to play the Path of Exile with, and you log in. After that, what you're going to make sure you select is, again, you select whatever, if you're on PC, Xbox, whatever, and then make sure Mirage is the one that's selected. What we're looking for is a big upgrade on our weapon here. So right now our weapon's DPS is 15 to 29 damage, and how you get the average of it is you add 15 plus 29, and then you divide it by 2, and then you multiply it times the attacks per second, so it's like 20 something here. For the actual raw damage here. You would also factor in the increased like fire, lightning damage if you do that type, but we only do lightning and we do physical right now. We also do gain a nice chunky amount of mana, but it's not really giving us extra DPS, so what we want to do is get something much stronger. So what we're going to do is once we log into the Path of Exile website, make sure we select Mirage. For this, I'm going to do, honestly, the two-handed maces are probably going to be the main thing that we want. So what we're going to look for is a two-handed mace. And then what I also want to put in the parameters is the requirements. So I'm going to make sure this box is in here. I'm going to put level maximum, let's say 20. And then I also want to come down all the way down here to where it says buyout price. I'm going to select Alchemy. So it says Orb of Alchemy 1. So that means I'm looking for an item that has these requirements. And then I'm going to hit search. And then what I'm going to do, this is the most important part, I'm just going to sort by DPS. I don't care what type of DPS it is, but that's all I'm looking for. This is a 100 DPS weapon that's a two-hander. You may have to check what the strength requirements are, but I'm pretty sure we're A-okay here. We have 79 strength. Check out the requirements as well as the level requirements. But this one over here, I mean, it's 139 DPS. It's probably pretty hard to beat. But this one gives HP per enemy killed. This one gives, let's see what else we got. We got some extra strength here. We have stun duration. You could look down for anything, but like I'm just going to go for this one. Also, do what's called in person here. So I'm going to hit direct whisper, and this is going to, from my game, whisper the person, and he's going to invite us to his party, and I'll show you guys the full thing. And if he doesn't respond, we're going to go try to trade with another person here. So hopefully this will work. If not, we just go and we whisper someone else. A lot of times, I'll be honest, people don't respond. It's all normal. Yes, this is a new build. It's a new Ascendancy, surely. But so that guy didn't respond. We're just going to whisper the next best one up in here. This one's lightning, so this is great, and it does increase attack speed, so that's cool. Let's go whisper this guy. This is actually a 4-link. This would actually be better for us than this one, because if we just get one blue, we can continue our build and add another socket. This would be actually really good. If we get another 4-link here. Oh, this one actually responded. So he's going to send us a party invite. We're going to hit accept. Then what we're going to do is he may come to us or we may go to him. Usually how it works is if you're in an earlier act, they will just come to you. But we're going to have to wait for him. He's going to teleport towards us. And then what he's going to do, he's going to open up the trade window. If you're buying the item, wait for them to open up the trade window. But if you want to do it, you just right click here and you go to trade. But let them do it. And the reason why you let them do it is he has to get the item out of his storage box. And then he's going to open up trade. And it'll just take a second here. Sometimes people are slow. If they take a little bit too long, you can open it up, but usually I just wait. And then you put in the item, you control click, mouse over, make sure it's the correct item, hit accept, and boom, we have just completed our first trade in Path of Exile. That's all it is. So it's just that easy. But I want some extra upgrades that are going to speed things up. I'm going to move this gem over here because I'm going to swap this. So now that we have this, we need to move this out of the way because it's a two-hander. And now our DPS for our skill, which was Holy Strike, you can see our damage over here is 351, and it was 115. So this is a massive DPS. We basically over doubled our DPS. This guy, he now messaged us, but we already got the other item from the, I think it was this guy, I don't know which guy it was. But sometimes if you message someone and they try to trade you later, most likely he was just busy, and sometimes it takes him a sec. So now I'm going to go sell my other items because I don't need these anymore. If these items were actually good, then I can try to list them on a trade website as well. But now that we got the weapon, what we're going to look for is something else. So what I want to do now is I want to still have one Orb of Alchemy because I still have one that I can spend here. And then I'm going to look for... Oh, this guy is trying to... Oh, this is King Nexus over here. Oh, this is... What's up, Nexus? This is... Okay, this is not the guy from earlier. But anyways, what we're going to do now is we are going to look for a pair of boots because movement speed is definitely key in the game. So what we're going to look for is we are going to go to Orb of Alchemy, still 1, still level 20 as the maximum. And then... what we'll also do is we're going to go type in boots because we want to get boots and we want the boots with movement speed. Let's type in just 10% because this is kind of like basic. I'm not sure. I think, does he want to show me his awesome items or something? What do you want to show me? Oh, what's this? Oh, you don't have to give me gear. No. I mean, I appreciate it. Okay. Well, I will, if you're just, this is your old gear, although the 10C is very nice. Okay. I'm going to store this for now in here. And we can maybe do some crafts with it. I can't even equip a lot of these things right now anyways. But thank you. I appreciate that. So I try not to take items. I don't know if... I think this item is one of them that we had before, but it doesn't really matter. Anyways, I try not to take items and then like use them for our play session. But if these are like his old hand-me-downs, I appreciate it. Thank you. But because if you're playing the same class, sometimes you have your extra gear. Like I just vendor off my old gear. Unless it's good, sometimes I just give it to my friends that are playing the same builds. So thank you, man. I appreciate that. But like I said, we're trying to look for some boots over here with movement speed specifically. So what we want to try to do is get the most amount of movement speed, but then also we have to check what the requirements are. Oh, this is actually pretty good. Dust Toe would be great because this gives us damage during a flask effect. Let's see if we can get this item for 1 Orb of Alchemy. So we'll whisper this guy. I guess he's... what is he, AFK or something? Let's see. What is it? Oh, the seller's not online. Okay, so he's offline. But looking for items like this can really help out. Just for the movement speed alone, this is going to be fantastic. Later, we can get something much, much better. Let me look up Lionized Paws, because sometimes certain leagues, certain things go up and down in price. Lionized Paws, I like these because they add damage to attacks. So these are 1 Chaos Sword. It's not that expensive, but it's just something that I can't really utilize right now because what was the requirements on it? This requires level 30, so it'd be a while before I get to use this. But this would be ideally good, but it also costs a Chaos Orb, and we'll see. If we get a Chaos Orb by that time, then we can use it. But I still want to get something now, because right now we have 0 movement speed, and getting any movement speed is going to be better than nothing. So, again, let's go ahead and whisper the next one up over here, which, again, some of these items are very mid in terms of what they do, but all I care about is that movement speed. That guy's AFK. This one's 15%. Let's go ahead and see if we can grab these ones from this guy over here. You can only be in one party, by the way, at a time, so we can like leave this party over here. You're playing Impending Doom. Nice. Now we're gonna go to the next guy, because like I said, sometimes people don't respond. Okay, looks like that guy's AFK. So now we whisper the next person. And again, sometimes in trading, you can sit here for hours in trading. It is a good way to increase your build progress, though. So we're definitely going to get a pair of boots. This is like an absolute mandatory. If you are interested in trading, the #1 thing to get is your weapon and your boots for the most part, because all of this is going to matter the most. Okay, cool. Finally, this guy responded. So we go to him, and you're going to see over in the top left where it says Cartographer's Hideout, that little blue swirl, you're going to teleport to that person's hideout. Oh, I hope the servers aren't having issues. Sometimes the Path of Exile servers have issues, and the game, in the very first day, it has issues. So we can like whisper him, and we can say, I can't TP, can you come here? And then the operation timed out. Okay. So let's try again to TP to his area. Oh, now he's offline. So sometimes the servers have issues, and then maybe that's why some of the people aren't responding, because the servers. Day 1, Path of Exile has this issue. Almost every game, to be fair, has issues day 1. I think that guy is, I don't know if he's AFK, or it says he's offline now. I'm going to assume he might be trying to relog in, but all these like searches, let's see. Let's try this one right now. And if someone's in another language, it will also change the language to match that. You could look for the correct stats, but all I care about is honestly, I just want the movement speed and I just want to continue playing. But it's sometimes like you got to whisper like so many people because, again, the servers day 1 are kind of rough. But you can also look for a 4-link. That'd be an ideal situation, but I'm going to keep on whispering till we get those boots because, again, even though it's going to take us, like, let's say, like 5 minutes here to maybe get the boots, it's going to be worth it because once we get the boots, it's going to speed up the progression while we're going through. But yo, thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate Destroy. 10 subs? Yo, thank you so much, man. You didn't need to do that, brother. But thank you, thank you. But we're going to go to Act 1 now. But let me give you some katana flips while we get the item. But thank you so much. I appreciate it, my friend. So let's go get our item over here. And we're going to put the alchemy. And then we're going to get our movement speed boots. But thank you so much for the sub, man. Let me give you a katana flip. Arigato, my friend. I appreciate the 10 gifted, brother. But now we're going to go back to Act 2. What game is this? This is Path of Exile. And then, what is that? Thank you so much, though. Destroy. You really didn't have to do that, brother. But again, thank you so much. 10 katana flips. I got you. Yes. So there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Thank you so much again, my brother. I didn't hit my monitor this time. We good. What a workout. No workout. Easy. You want to know what's actually? I think TikTok has a weapons policy, but like I have a Warhammer. That one would be a workout. But thank you so much again, Destroying. That was huge. No, wait. Another gifted sub, Ronies. Yo, thank you so much. Thank you so much, brother. Arigato, man. Oh, wait, is that? Oh, wait, did you just go 10 again? Alright, he gave me a workout. Alright. There's 2. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, wait. We're good on that one. So it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Arigato. Thank you so much, man. That was huge. 20 gifted sub-ronies, Kappa. Wow. Huge. Big W's for my boy Destroying. Thank you again, man. Alright, we got our new boots. What else do we need? Oh, we can we can move this over. If we have another red gem, we can get even more damage. So that's going to be even better. But we need one to be blue. So that's going to be something that we're going to have to actually move. Can I show the Warhammer in chat on Discord? Yeah, no problem. I don't know if Twitch still has like a policy. If you guys didn't know, you can't, even if it's like a fake gun, you can't have it on stream because it's like it's a danger or something. It's just like a dumb rule. But yeah, on the Discord. Wait, hold on. What if I take a picture and then just show it? I don't know. That's probably easier. But yeah, remind me after, Ray. I got you. I'll throw it in the Discord. It's like it's got like a nice little point on it. All right, so Now we have gotten our boots. We're going to swap our boots with this. And oh, there's a problem. I can't run this item. And the reason why is because it has a dexterity requirement that these boots gave us. So I'm going to have to drop dash. Now, instead of dash, what we could do is we can go back to Act 1. If this ever happens, because this is going to happen to you as well. When you're sometimes swapping your items because you make a purchase and you're like, I don't know how much dexterity, strength, intelligence I need. Sometimes you got to go back and you may have to go buy an item. Let's see if we can get like maybe an item that we want. Blade Vortex is kind of cool. Spectral Helix. We could maybe, this one we don't have the dex for, but whatever. We can just take any reward. And this one actually gives us a passive point over here. So this one over here, we completed the quest. So some quests will give you Book of Skills, and this one was, I think it was is it Maroon Mariner, where we talked to the pirate. That was another skill point quest. So now that one's completed as well, make sure you guys complete that one. Well, we already completed it, but you have to get the quest, but eventually we're going to talk to this NPC anyways, because we're going to go back to Act 1 after we do a quest in Act 2 that we can get, but we're going to go and grab it now. So what we can do is we can actually get this fire res. It's not bad at all. And then what we can also do is get increased attack speed after that. But our fire res right now is, let's see, fire resistance, yeah, 26. Let's just grab this. It's just going to make our character way tankier, just to have some resistances. And we're going to get another 15 to all resistances. And we're going to make sure that this whole build is super comfortable for you guys for a new player's play session over here. But the next thing that we're going to do is we can check if we can get Frost Blink. So let's type in the word Frost Blink. So this requires 41 intelligence. We can buy it with 1 scroll of wisdom, but our int isn't up to par, and maybe we're going to get some extra intelligence later. So we can type in intel, and you can see these will give us some intelligence. There's probably some other nodes over here that grant us intelligence, but as of right now, I can't run that. But I can still use my Leap Slam for mobility, so we're still okay on mobility. But since this is 4 linked, we're going to swap over to this. So instead of like 100 damage, oh, we just ran into a problem here. We don't have a blue socket, and we want the blue socket for that prismatic burst. Now, I don't have to have that one, so we can go back and we can go to purchase items. You can type in sup, and I'll show you the supports. Now, which supports would work for our skill? Because we want Ancestral Call, we want Holy Strike, but what are the other ones that may work for our skill? And if you want to find out which ones work, just slot in Holy Strike, and you can see that this one has the Holy Strike and Leap Slam checked in, which means we can run that. Now, just because we can run it like some of the other ones, we may not want it unless it has, let's say, elemental flat damage is usually like the go-to. We can actually go with added fire damage. This one is okay as well. But I actually wouldn't mind if we got a green one for faster attacks once we get the dex requirements, because we currently don't have that. But we have a couple options here. So we can get one that is based on what we can actually use. Wow, we can't even use added cold damage. Alright, so we're kind of limited to just getting basically 1 blue. That'd be the ideal goal, is to hit 1 blue in this. And then we can get like added fire damage, and then we'll be good. So what we're going to do is we're going to use these. Now, if you don't have these, you can go to the NPC, purchase items over here, and then we won't have support tagged in. And then we can trade our currencies. Oh, this one not have it? Okay. Certain NPCs, as you progress, they'll have different currencies. Let me see if the Act 2 one has that currency to trade for. But again, if you don't happen to have these, you can just pick these up. It's kind of random if they drop, but I happen to have them now, and the whole point of this play session is to basically show you, oh, we can get them right here. Okay, perfect. So if I have 3 Jeweler's Orbs, which I have 2 right now, I could trade them in for 1. Usually players will get you much better results, though, for sure. Well, hello, Ghost. How you doing? Alright, so now let's hopefully get 1 blue out of this. Green's okay because I can put faster attacks once I have the dex. I don't have the dex, so I'm going to look, can I get dexterity within the next level? Is there an area where I can get 5 dexterity? The answer is yes. I'm going to get this in my next point. So that's not bad, but ideally I want 1 blue, 1 green, and 2 reds. Now I have 4 tries out of it. Well, it's going to mostly hit just reds, though, to be honest. Okay, well, we got a blue on that. Now, do I want to push my luck? Not really at this point, because later we do want to run that for sure, but I don't have any more of these right now. Again, the whole point is to show you guys how it works. And some NPCs sell certain gems and some of them don't, so you have to go back and forth sometimes between certain acts. But once you get to the end game, you won't have to worry about this. So what we're going to get is added fire damage to attacks. So now we have added fire, and we have the Holy Strike, and we have the Ancestral Call, and the prismatic burst. So our damage over here goes, and the added fire damage, another 50 damage. That's a nice amount. So now we're going to be much stronger. I can't use any of these things now, so I'm just going to get rid of the ones that I cannot really use. And yeah, we're going to save that. This we don't need anymore. So now we're going to go sell our items. And as far as I'm aware of, the vendors don't give you like a better deal for something.
Goodbye.
Like an item or anything. But now let's go ahead and continue. And we're finally going to start Act 2. It only took us like 20 minutes. But selling items is 100% one of the best things you can do. Yes, D-Watt, this is PoE 1, man. Yes, yes. Okay. So let's go ahead and start Act 2 finally. So our first goal over here is going to be, we're going to go to the right. You can actually exit in 2 different areas in this one over here. Unfortunately, I don't have dash, but I have leap slam, which is good. But now, with our new and improved DPS, I'm going to be blazing through content. And ideally, what we try to do is get the Chaos Sword. Even though, like, technically I have one, someone gave me one, and like I said, I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. But I don't want to, for the play session at least, for the walkthrough, I don't want to use any items that were given, because that way it's like fair. Because if I just took an item from someone and then just was like, I'm one shot in the whole game teleporting around, it wouldn't be fair. I'm always locked in. What in the game am I doing? Oh, what are we doing like in the game? What is our like build plan? So we're using Holy Strike, but we're going to convert it into Holy Hammers. Holy Hammers is our build. But we can't use that till later. Yeesh. Alright, what is she offering us? So we can get 12 astral monsters. You know, I'm not sure what an astral monster is. Wait, additional... It says frogs? I don't know. What are astral monsters? Are these going to drop something really cool? I don't know. Let's find out. Are these going to be super hard and one-shot us? I don't know. I think I can one-shot them pretty fast, though. Oh, I got some extra currency. Oh, these astral monsters. Crush on hits. Okay. Alright, we got some essences. That's great. So it looks like we're running out of mana like really fast now. So we might have to spec into some extra stuff for mana. Oh, there's a sapphire ring right there. Extra fire damage, and oh, that applies exposure at this level. That's a crazy. Exposure makes you take more elemental damage. Okay, we got a golden cache on this one. Let's see what that opens up, and I'll let you guys know if it's worth it. Yeah. I mean, the astral monster so far, there's nothing really exciting. We can pick up these boots to see if they're any good. Okay. But yeah, our mana is getting drained really, really fast right now. We got some gauntlets. But our gauntlets are pretty hard to replace. The reason why is they can give us, like, charges. But yeah, our goal right now... We can grab this as well real quick. This is another one of those essences. And then pretty much we're going to stop grabbing all these essences and picking up, like, the trash items. And we're only going to really get upgrades by trading, because it's way more efficient. But if you don't want to engage in trade, hey, that's cool, man. Am I using someone else's builds, or is it mine? Well, I don't know if anyone has like a super S tier variant of this build, because it just came out. So, I mean, I'm sure there's people playing like Holy Hammer. Like, you know, everyone's going to try out the new skills. But in terms of like a build guide, I'm not following like a build guide. All I know is I want to play Holy Hammers, and I want to get power charge on crit late game. Early game we can use Ungles, and we can use power charge on crit. Although that's kind of inefficient, because it makes it so you can't deal crit strikes, but it just lets you have high crit chance. There's also Ramir's Banquet. There's Doeji's Elixir. Like, these are all different ways to get what's called a power charge, when we have to generate these for the hammer build. And the reason why is you basically get to triple your DPS. It's 100% required to play. Oh, there's a Chaos Orb. Perfect. So that Chaos Orb, let's see, rare gloves, currency. Okay, we can do the currency one. Because this is tied to our progression. Is there any way to skip the campaign? Hey, brother, I wish, man. I wish there was a skip campaign. There is no skip campaign in PoE, man. We got some Orb Alchemies. That was good. This one has extra life. I got a Jeweler's Orb off. Okay. I don't know if that changes this. Let's throw that Orb Alchemy in there. I'm not going to throw my Chaos Orb on that. That would be not worth it in most scenarios. Oh, we have added cold damage. Maybe you can use that later. Oh, this is a upgraded Mana Flask, so we can swap that one out. Looks like we killed most of the stuff here, so we just... Whoa. Hold on, there's one more enemy to the left. Oh, well. I'm not going to worry about full clearing it. It's just that it had, like, extra currency. And then also we leveled up, so another point into attack speed. Like I said, I like to get a lot of attack speed and movement speed because it makes the whole like process of leveling faster, and we can unspec out of those later if we want to. But hello, David. How am I liking Holy Strike? Right now, I'm not a fan of it. It's not like a bad skill. It's just like the way it behaves isn't like it's not blowing up the entire screen. And I'm not gonna lie. I like skills like that. And a lot of times in Path of Exile, you don't get to blow up the whole screen till later, like, and that's totally fair. But there are certain skills that you can level up with, like Lightning Arrow, that are just like so dang strong. And this is actually very strong for bosses. Oh, very important. You do want to get the waypoint here because we're going to go up and to the right. What we're doing right now first is we're going to kill Creighton. So we're just going to follow the map. Basically, following the path will lead you to the area that we need to go to, which is the Broken Bridge. You don't need the waypoint for the Broken Bridge. Does anyone know if PoE 1 is available on PlayStation 5? Yeah, it should be. You can use your async trade from Act 1 and just sell your items, go to hideout, put it in the tab. Oh, okay, cool. You don't have to be, I think it was what? Normally you have to get to like Act 6 in PoE, right? Did they just update it this league? That's really good though. Thanks for letting me know. So can you also buy stuff? Did they also update that? That's the whole reason why you didn't enjoy the game, because, yes. Yeah, playing through the campaign again sucks. I agree 100%. You know, people complain about this for years. Path of Exile's mindset is, okay, well, we'll just keep on trying to like make the campaign more fun. I just, like I said, I just disagree with them on that one. I don't really care too much about frogs. Although I kind of want to see what these frogs are, or I'd rather just progress to the end game. I'll see the frogs later, and this way, if the frogs drop something, maybe it'll be actually good. Yeah, all we're here for is one thing. This is level 16 area, and we're level 19, so... But it's usually to the right. I almost feel like it's up higher. Oh, wait, hold on. It's right here. It should be right here. So basically there's 3 bandits, and you can choose which one you want to side with. And they each give you a bonus. He gives you increased 8% movement, which actually is not bad at all. But the reason why we're going to kill him is because we want the resistances. 15 to all resistances is like so godly. Because that's 45 total resistances that you wouldn't have gotten. So it's a pretty massive upgrade. So make sure you pick up the green quest amulet. And then, I don't know if we can use this helmet. We'll see if this helmet's better. And then we're going to go back to town here. So I like to get this thing out of the way first, because this thing gives us the resistances that we're going to be able to use. And now we're going to exit town to the left. We can't identify these items. Let's see if there's any upgrades here. Also, it gives us 10% movement speed. That's cool. But actually, I don't need to keep these boots anymore. The reason why I got these boots is because, like, in case I didn't have an Orb of Alchemy, I could just throw these on and just... Oh, got another movement speed boots. But these ones have 15% versus the other one had less. What does our helmet have right now? Ooh, the helmet's pretty bad. We could definitely get an upgrade on the helmet if I just sell some stuff, but I'm not too worried about it now. I just want to progress. But I could definitely trade and get an upgrade there. But now what we're going to do, we're going to exit to the left, which is the riverways at the waypoint. But to answer a question, Arrow, no. Yes. Ooh, thank you for letting me know. You went the safe route? Full save totems. Ah, okay, I gotcha. Did you see the new Ascendancy lets you get different types of totems? It's like +3 totems for the Scion. Which is, I think, pretty cool. But like, it's probably pretty hard to make a build if you hybrid things. Oasis Ground. I don't know what Oasis Ground is. Like I said, if it's something that I'm like, I don't even know what it is. Like, maybe it's super valuable. I don't know. But if it's not just like currency, usually we'll skip out on it. The reason why is like, I don't care about rare items because the chances of us getting a rare right now that's like better than our weapon, slim to none. Same thing with any sort of upgrade that isn't going to be able to be purchased for, let's say, 1 Orb of Alchemy, which I already have, or a Chaos Orb. And I feel like I'm tanky enough right now. We'll buy probably a chest armor later because we're going to get incredibly tanky. Like I said, this is going to be a super tanky build. I mean, it's supposed to be like a Paladin. Paladins are tanky, so... Oh, this monster is crazy for its power. We're also getting hit by like a bunch of things. But we do have another passive point. So again, I want to get all this just so we can get this increased attack and cast speed and movement speed. Okay. So let's see if we get a good helmet. We get nothing. I think what's funny is like one of like the better helmets in the game. I'm pretty sure it's like Fargrave's helmet. It's like one of the few items that's in the helmet category that'll actually give you DPS early on. But I'm pretty sure we should be going to the left. I'll kill this guy real quick though. Okay. So what we're looking to do is cross this gap. And you can cross it by looking for the bridge, or you can just jump over it with a mobility skill, which could be your dash, your frost blink, or in our case right now we're using leap slam. Oh yeah, there's a free vendor in town. You're right. That was a newer update. Do we get it right now, or when do we get that NPC? Alright, so this waypoint we actually do want as well. So we want this area, which is called the Riverways, because we're going to go up and then we're going to go to that one. From Act 1? Ah, okay. Yo, Aerobliss, thank you so much for the roses, the gifts on TikTok, brother. I appreciate that. Thank you. Ooh. So yeah, now we're going to go up. And this waypoint is another one that we will want because we will come back to it as well. Which is going to be the wetlands. So in the wetlands, we want the waypoint here. So we're going to kill Oak over here. Oh, ooh, took a lot of damage over that. Oh, wow, that's so much damage. But right now we have a two-hander instead of having that block chance. Now with staves, you can actually get block as well. It's a two-hander, but I'm pretty sure maces are what we're going to scale into. But the 40 to max life is pretty good. But again, the 40 resistances is too hard to beat, especially for like a new player. But even for me, I always usually grab that. It's so good. Because it's a total of 45 resistances, which is just too hard to beat, man. We're gonna grab the amulet, and then, like I said, we do want the waypoint here. So we're gonna look for the waypoint first. And these elites get strong real fast. We maybe need to get that upgrade on the armor. I felt like I said, they took some notes from Diablo, not only because of the Paladin, but then also they made the game a little bit more challenging with these like rares, especially early on. Like Act 1 had Corrupted Blood. That's crazy, man. Oh, okay, this is such a cool... Oh, okay. Soul Eater is one of the coolest things ever. What it does is it makes your character grow bigger and become stronger, and it's just the greatest thing ever. But it's only for that area. Okay, so here's the waypoint. So now that we've gotten the waypoint here, and we're going to go back to the riverways. So again, we went from wetlands to riverways. Later we will come back there because we need a quest item to progress, but yeah. And interesting enough, there is a very strange... This is where this game is so confusing, because if I didn't tell you this, you probably wouldn't have like known. Oh, we might be able to put... Where's Leap Slam? So we have Leap Slam here. We don't have a green gem. If we did have that faster attacks, we could level up our faster attacks though, by just putting it in somewhere. It's not linked to anything right now. But we could put faster attack with our Leap Slam, and that way we can jump around faster. It's great for quality of life. You can also do a Leap Slam plus Frostblade to get even faster. And that gets rid of like the slower animation. But ever played Last Epoch? Yeah, dude, it was a really cool game. I'll be honest, Last Epoch was kind of like I finished it and like I'm pretty happy with it. But like I don't know, going back to the seasons of the game, it hasn't been as smooth as Pee-wee or Diablo. Like it doesn't stick around for me, and also like if you use SteamDB or Steam charts, I feel like people also feel the same way. And I think it comes down to the game's engine. Like I don't know if you ever played Wolcen. I actually liked Wolcen, but like that was a game I played once and I didn't need to come back when they started, you know, different seasons or added new content. I was like, I've experienced it enough. Unless they make Wolcen 2, you know, I'm probably not going to go back to Wolcen. And it doesn't mean I don't like the game. I actually, The Last Epoch's a great game. I enjoyed it a lot. Okay, important part though. We're going to go to the Western Forest from Riverways. But yeah, Last Epoch's a really cool game. I like the idea of every skill having its own skill tree. That is like 10,000 IQ. Their crafting system is probably one of the best ones. I still think Path of Exile 1 is pretty top tier in crafting, but Last Epoch's more beginner friendly. But I like Path of Exile's crafting because there's a dopamine rush for content creators. Like, for example, I don't know if I've crafted anything that got over 100k views in Last Epoch, but with Path of Exile, I have so many videos that hit 100k plus. And it's not just because views equals I will play the game, because believe me, Guild Wars 1 uploading that in 2026, it ain't popping off, but I enjoy the game so much that like it's all good. Oh, take a note, if you see Weaver's Chambers, we will go there eventually, but I want to get the resistance bonus first, as I think it's a priority. And then also we can get another skill point quest completed. But yeah, to answer your question, Travis, yeah, Last Epoch, cool game. So now we got this waypoint. For here, getting the waypoint's okay. It's not like super mandatory, but we have another skill point, so we're gonna get this. Now, there's a lot of things that we can actually go into with our two-handed stuff, because as far as I'm aware of, because I was looking at like kind of where should we go on the tree, and I was kind of looking at all, like this is kind of like what my plan is, because everyone had to like make stuff pretty much as the thing came out, because they said they were going to add some extra nodes and stuff here. So this is kind of what our tree will look like. We're going to get a lot of area effect, but not until we get our hammer. So we're going to get a lot more HP. Other things that are pretty good is getting extra, what's called maximum elemental resistances. There's a lot of extra HP. I get a lot of attack speed when I play. I think attack speed is absolutely key to, again, having fun in the game. Because when you go fast and when you get to zoom in Path of Exile, the game is way better. But yeah, you'll see that we get some extra movement speed here. But this is kind of what the tree looks like. And I'm not going to say this is like finalized, but what we'll also get very soon is called Hired Killer. And it's going to give us, that's what we're going to actually path towards now. And this will make it so we pretty much don't have to pop our like health potions as we are in the campaign as much. So once in a while during a boss, but like I don't like to push the button for mana potions or healing potions. I don't want to push them at all. So we're going to complete this quest because it'll unlock a bunch of other stuff. Some quests will unlock more gems for your character. Let's see what she's offering. More currency found in Mirage. If it's currency, we lock in and we do it. Because we want those Chaos Orbs and Orbs of Alchemy. Is this a new character? Yes, it's a new character. If you're talking about a new class, the new Ascendancy class, yes. There's a new Ascendancy, and that's what we're going to be going. We're going to get that Brass Dome, man. Brass Dome for free. It's a crazy mod that we're going to be able to get. Alright, let's see what do we get. Oh, this is the currency one, so we should kill more monsters? I said currency, right? 100% more currency. I mean, 100 times 0 is still 0, but hey, I'm gonna try. We got one chromatic orb. Yeah, this one wasn't so spicy, but, you know, not every single one I expect to get, like, a Chaos Orb or anything like that, but... We got one chromatic orb, that's all we got here. It's a level 17 area, but I think they scale up the XP in these areas a lot. Which is good. That's a good thing. But we're going to move past. We're just basically going to follow the trail until we see these black guards. We want to kill all the black guards. And it's going to drop a quest item. And we take this quest item and we put it inside right here. And then we go back to Act 1 to get our reward. This is where, again, like, I feel like if I didn't tell you guys that, you'd be like, what? Go back to Act 1. Yeah, you go back to Act 1 to complete this quest. These aren't super straightforward. I mean, if you read this stuff, it kind of tells you. But we're going to go now back to, again, Act 1, which is Lionel's Watch. So now we go back to Lionel's Watch. And this is where I got the other skill point book. Usually I claim them both at the same time. But it's all good as long as we claim them. Now we just get an extra skill point. And we're going to get this, and then we're going to get these. So what this gives us is more HP, and we get to recover 2% of life and 20 life on kill. So we get to heal for 20 plus 2% of whatever our HP is. So it always kind of scales, which is excellent. So now we're going to go back to Act 2, and then we're going to go back through our portal. Yo, Eisen, thank you so much for the heart gift, brother. I appreciate it. Yeah, so this is a new character and a new league. Well, it's a new class ascendancy, but it's not like a new... Scion is not a new class, but you get a new class ascendancy, which essentially is a new class because it's the class ascendancy. I mean, it unlocks a bunch of stuff. There's actually a new skill that's on one of the ascendancies that wasn't there before as well. But right now, what we're looking for is a Lyra. So we're looking for a witch. And my guess right now, since the Weaver's Chamber is here, and this is where the entrance was, she's over here. Just by kind of process of elimination. They also added a bunch more areas, so there might be some new areas to check out as well. There she is. And so with Lyra, instead of killing her, we are going to help her. She's going to give us 15 to all resistances, which is crazy. So yeah, so we're going to help her. And then she's going to give us a quest item. And then we're going to take the quest item very soon to an area. But we need to go to the Weaver's Chambers. It's over here. What type of character is that? Oh, so right now, the best way to like put it is... it kind of summons these little like ethereal holy weapons. Again, the whole theme is basically Paladin. I felt like they could have just... I honestly think they should have just called it some sort of fire warrior. Like, because a lot of people have said, oh, they copied Diablo. I mean, they said before several times that, like, you know, Diablo 2 is a huge inspiration. Actually, is it this? It might be right here. But like for me, I don't care if a game copies, but like you know how it is with games. Like they stole it first, or they copied it first, or this game did it first. I mean, to be fair, Roblox probably did everything first when it comes to like other sort of like gameplay mechanics. There's someone out there that made it on Roblox first. Or I'm trying to think, maybe Newgrounds first, you know? Newgrounds actually had a lot of cool, innovative games, man. They also had a lot of H games. But, oh, this one froze us. So that's a dangerous one. It's like freeze when activated. But it's all good. We were able to survive it. No problem, no problem. Okay, so now Soul Eater experience. Okay. You see our build's getting much faster. Although it's just 18. Okay, we don't need to kill too many things here. Then we get this. And maybe pretty soon we're gonna swap to Ondars. Ondars is crazy with 30% attack speed. Like you can't get that anywhere, man. 30% is like unheard of. Now it does require you to be at full HP, but it's fine. We'll pretty much always be at full HP, unless we use Blood Rage, which we'll eventually use. But Ondars is more of a leveling item. It also gives us lots of accuracy rating. What game is this? This is Path of Exile 1, Benj. Roblox made it first. Yeah, Roblox made it first. Okay, finally we found the exit. So Weaver's Chambers, you just look for what looks like the exit, but it just leads you to the boss. But we'll see how our DPS is against this. Now our DPS is amazing. This is like a boss over here. Oh man, he's hitting hard though. We should look at an upgrade for our armor. Because I know our resistances are really good. Our resistances are 59, 80, and 62. So what we're going to look for is armor that has a lot of armor. Like flat, just number armor. Might be like Lycra Solaris will be the unique that gives us the most. Or like Ice Tomb. You could also get like Vitality. That would be also a pretty good thing to grab. So the important thing is we get Maligro's Spike. Alright, so now that we got the Spike, we're going to go back. We actually have two different areas that we can go to. But it wants us to talk to one of the NPCs over here. And then we can get a reward. So we can get melee physical damage support, which is going to give us more melee damage. So that one's kind of nice to have. Later, once we get another link, like if we get we can still level this up though, you still want to level it up. But I mentioned before we can get an upgrade, so I'm also going to get a quick upgrade just on the chest piece over here. So I feel like that will help out a lot for survivability. Okay, what does this got? It's got HP, it's got increased attack speed, wow, and elemental resistances, and accuracy, and wow, this is a really good ring. So this one's giving us cold res. Do I already have too much cold res? I already have yeah, I've got too much cold res. So now, instead of cold res, this is giving us HP, some resistances, and more importantly, it's that attack speed that I really value. Like I said, it just makes the whole game feel a lot smoother when you're jumping around a lot faster. Oh, we can get, actually, let's see, if we can get, for an Orb of Alchemy, if we can get just a really good chest piece that has just massive flat armor, that'd be great. So if I go to my defense, you can see that my physical damage reduction is 52%, which is actually pretty good, but we could do better. So let's go ahead and go to the Path of Exile trade website and get something better. Again, keep in mind all of the trade sessions are optional, but I at least like to show you guys what to look for. So once again, actually we can use this same tab. So if you remember, our tab is level 20, and we're going to remove movement speed because you can't really get movement speed in chests, well, the chest that we're looking for. So we just want to type in chest, or actually they call it body armor here, is the chest piece, and then we'll bump up this level to, let's say, like 27. And let's see what we can get that has the most amount of what we're looking for is armor. So I'm going to go to armor. I'm going to put minimum 100. And then this way they're all armor based. So yeah, Solaris Lycra. Like, look, I know this game too much. I've played too much. So this is 300 armor, and that's going to be obviously pretty massive. Now what we could also look for is a 4-socketed one. That's going to be so much better. So let's also try to go for sockets or links. Ideally we get a 4-linked one. And then, I don't know if we'll get a Solaris. Okay, this one's giving us armor and evasion, but the other one was a lot higher. So it looks like we can't get that one. I think that one was, what, is it 250 on armor? Let's see what it was. Okay, it looks like there's none that have 4 sockets in that category. Alright, or is this the highest armor? So 384 was the highest. Okay, but then we can also just type in the name of the item, Solaris, what's it? Oh, there it is. The copper plate. So there's only 3 listings. So we can sort by the one that has the most armor. And I'm just going to grab this one. So let's see if we can grab this item from this guy. If not, we're going to whisper the next guy and slowly start going down. Because the reason why I'm sorting by armor is that's kind of the main reason why I want this item. And if I don't get the first guy, then we just whisper the second guy. I'll wait for like 5 seconds. If they don't respond, okay, boom, I'll whisper the next guy. And so this is also giving us some extra strength, which is cool. And then also we have minus chaos damage taken. So any poison damage will basically be kind of mitigated in the earlier stages of the game, which will help out a lot. All right, cool. So now this guy has responded. Once again, we're going to go trade with him, and this will make our build way tankier. So now we're going to wait for him to come to us, or we can go to him. So he's coming over to us, and then while we're waiting, we can look for another really good item that's going to really help out our build, and I'll show you guys this other item. All right, let's go ahead and hit accept. And then we're going to have a lot more defenses. So you can see our damage reduction goes from 52% to 73. Wow, that's a big amount. Oh, but there's an issue. You can see now we can't use this because this prismatic burst, well, it gives us the ability to run it because this item gave us intelligence. Now, how are we going to get around that? Well, we could have some options. We could try to get this to be all reds now. So we have a couple options. We can go for all reds, or we can try to fulfill the intelligence requirements. For right now, I am going to go try to get the colors. Ooh. Well, that one has faster attack, so that's totally fine. So I'm going to... I could do that, or I can go for all red. Okay, all red works. This one requires int. Oh, well, actually, I can't not use my main skill. That's like impossible. So I have to resort to doing this for now. Where was that melee damage support? Is it somewhere over here? Is it melee physical damage, added fire? Oh, and then holy strike. Okay. So as of right now, I can't run it because we need the int. Now I can type in the word intelligence and see where am I going to get intelligence. So I can get intelligence here. Where else can we get intelligence? This isn't really worth it. Like 20% mana regen is like usable, but I would prefer not to have to spend points into a direction where I don't need to get the rest of the stats, because some of the things I'll just get as I progress. So that was kind of an unfortunate thing. Maybe I can go for a helmet that has intelligence. That would be ideal, but I don't have to equip this armor right now. Instead, what I can go for as another upgrade is a belt. I'll show you a really cool belt that will help us out a lot. So it's called Prism Weave. It's like one of the best belts in the entire game for like a very, 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 very long time. So Prism Weave, you can see all these. Oh, wow, okay, so it's probably going to cost like 5 Chaos Orbs. Yeah, this item has always been super good. So unfortunately, we can't afford that item right now because I guess it's gone up in price. We could definitely use a better amulet. Our amulet over here does give us mana per enemy killed, which is great, but the rest of the stats on it aren't very like important. So we can have another option. We can also get intelligence on our amulet. So we can also check out how much intelligence do we need for our item over here. And one thing is, if it says, oh, you can't use this because we need 22 int, I can hit P as in penguin, which opens up the skill tree. We only need 2 intelligence. Oh, that's like so small. Wow, that's very small. What we could do is we can throw this on, see if we get int. Nope, we didn't get int on the ring, which is okay. So we'll just look for a amulet that has, we'll put 1 alchemy as like the payment, right? We still have 1 alchemy? Yeah, okay. And then on top of that, we're looking for it to have intelligence. And it just needs to have 2 intelligence. We're going to look for a... Let's see if there's any unique amulets that we can run. So we're going to go to rarity here and go any... Wait, that's non-unique. Unique, there we go. Is there any that are actually usable? So this is giving us reduced critical strike chance per power charge. Increased mana regen. I mean, that's not very good. Okay, recover 1% on life on kill. That's good. That's good. To gain onslaught on kill. That's actually not even that bad at all. 10% chance to gain onslaught for 10 seconds on kill. And chaotic might. I think this is like pretty good for like leveling. This is like totally fine. Because there's a lot of like uniques that will be super cheap this league. So this one over here, this Extractor Mentis, probably pretty decent. Gain frenzy, power charge. Oh, wait, this is actually usable for the build. Does it have like chance to poison? The reason why this works for our whole, that this is going to work for our hammer build, because we need to get a power charge, and this is like a pretty easy way to generate it. There's other ways to generate it, but all of them are going to have some sort of gimmick, which is kind of annoying to get. But that actually, surprisingly, that surprisingly works. What's up, Fire? How you doing? But this is actually so big brain. I didn't even think about this item because I was looking at all the uniques for this build today, and Maligra's Cruelty actually works for the build. That's so funny. Because we don't even use poison. So, like, it says enemies affected by fewer than 5 poisons. Now, I'm not sure if that means that... Because if they have 0, isn't that... It says fewer than 5. Well, I don't know if that counts, to be honest. Let's do this as a testing experiment. I want the highest amount that we can get. What else is here, though? Because sometimes, like, when there's a new league, there's some other thing that, you know, you want to try out. I'm going to try to go for that. I bet you we get a perfect one. Yeah, perfect one. Right. And it has perfect increased life. Woo! Nice. Because 8% increased life is actually pretty good. It's like, that's the percent one. So that one's really good. And if not, we can get the next best one. Hopefully this guy will respond, though. Because this is more so for science. This is a test for science here. I'm assuming fewer than 5 means 0, but it might require 1. That's the thing with Path of Exile. Sometimes you just gotta test out. There's no other way. Okay, here we go. Boom. And we're gonna get this item. And if the guy takes a while to, sometimes it takes him a while to get to where you need to go. Just be a little patient. What's a good class to run for your first time here? Played a bunch of 2, but you want to try 1. Oh, to answer your question, Chad, I'd recommend playing like a lightning arrow or ice shot. If you want to play my build, this character class doesn't get unlocked till Act 3. You have to kind of unlock her. So we can maybe just visit their hideout. We'll just go to their hideout because sometimes they expect you to go to them. And there's a lot of new players sometimes that don't understand like it's kind of like these trading norms. Oh man, he's probably not even in the U.S. because it's taking forever. Okay, there we go. Oh, he went to our hideout, or we in his hideout? Okay, so we'll go to trade over there. There we go. We'll throw this here, and then he's gonna put us the amulet, and we'll see if this works. Either way, though, it's gonna solve the intelligence problem from our character, and then now we can swap this. Okay, so we're good. Now we get to go back into our progression. So we've got our new armor. That's great. We have our Chaos Orb that we could spend. Like I said, I want to get, ideally, ooh, we're getting pretty close to Holy Hammer. We can get it at level 28 is when we can actually use it. Let me actually check for you guys. I actually have 1,000 tabs open when I play this game at all times. So Holy Hammers is the skill that we want, right? But what you can look for is, let me go to level requirement, minimum 28. A lot of people will probably sell these for like 1 Chaos Orb, yeah. We ideally want, then I put minimum, I want maximum level 28 because that's when you can start using it. And so a lot of people will sell these for 1, but sometimes you can find one that has what's called quality, that'll be like a level 1, oh, like this one right here. That's going to give you 12% more damage when you spend the power charge. This one over here is 100% worth it. We might snag this one up. So I believe in Act 3 is when we can actually purchase this item. But if you can see one with the quality, it is 100% worth picking up because, well, in this game it takes every single gem cutter's prism is 1%. So this is actually super worth it. So this one over here, for 1 Chaos Orb to get 12% more damage, it's like half of a, yeah, that's 100% worth it. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to get this item. Hopefully this guy will respond. And this way we might be able to use it as early on as Act 2. So we'll see if this guy responds. If not, let's see if there's another one. Because we want one that has quality as well. That's the kind of the key thing. Now 5% quality is a little bit low. But I also put in only, oh, okay, perfect. So yeah, 12% will be enough to kind of matter. Because like some of these things that give you more damage, right? Like this is 31% more melee damage, but we have a penalty of attack speed, which kind of sucks. But we can also get more attack speed and then kind of make up for that. But we'll go visit the person's hideout, and then we will get this item, and then we can finally continue with the spike as well as the little apex thing. So we'll have to wait for him. So what he's doing a map right now, and sometimes people take a second. This is the end. He's already at the end game right now. And so sometimes they're still finishing up their map, and it may take a minute. But the name of the game, Davies, is called Path of Exile 1. It's not Diablo 4, yes. It looks like it, though. It's like, same kind of style. And also, if you start lagging when you go into someone else's hideout, it's because he's probably not in the US or maybe very far away. So, yeah, we're going to get the Holy Hammers here. So now we have our skill that we actually want to use, but we can't use it quite yet. So now we're going to go back to the waypoint and then go over here. And then we are good, so we can leave, and then we can go sell the items that we don't need. We could actually probably use a better belt too, but I'm okay for now. I want to get to playing here. So sometimes, like, some of the quests are kind of vague here, where it doesn't really tell you what to do. But what we need to do is also go to the Intruders in Black over here, as well as over here for a Trial of Ascendancy. So there's like 2 different things that we need to do. So we're going to go back to the Crossroads, which is that area that we went to before we killed Creighton. So yeah, we're going to go over here. Well, it's going to reveal the area to us once we get over there. That guy was super tanky. Chamber Sins level 1.
The men here should have listened to their hearts. Their minds were not their
But
own.
Fireheart, do you have any really good ideas for Holy Hammers for getting power charges? Oh, by the way, that works. It looks like it does work. Oh, yes, it works, dude. So I'm so excited because this also gives you a power... well, this is Power Frenzy or Endurance Charge and Kill. And even at 15%, it's basically 5 because it's 1 charge. But the power charges is 100% working, so this item is actually going to work for the build, which is amazing. Because you can see I have max power charges, and all I need to do is expend 1 every single attack, and then, oh my gosh, it's so good, man. Oh, I'm so excited that this works. I feel like I just cheesed the game. Astral Train will reward the area with... Oh, chromatic orbs are good. Let's get this. This is 100% worth it. Let's go on in. So we're going to get those things that can change the colors of our items. Right now, I can definitely see mana problems, so we're going to try to fix that ASAP. And the reason why we have mana problems, as you add more links to the weapons, it will cost more of your mana. Just the chain. Gotta break the chain. Alright, let's see, what is it? How many chromatic orbs? Okay, 4. Now imagine if you got that one that dropped in the Divines. You get a couple Divine orbs. That'd be really good. But that's definitely not a bad thing, especially if you're playing solo. Oh, this is a freeze. That's a pretty nasty one. As soon as we opened it up, it froze us. So how this one works is you have to kill all the enemies and it drops the loot. Well, all the enemies that kind of get summoned around the thing. Where is it this guy or something? Where's this last guy? Is it over here? He started running away. Okay, now that was him, man. But we could also get a thing called Clarity that will give us extra mana regen that can kind of help out in Act 1. And once we're in Chamber of Sins over here. So I have like my notes for where we need to go in terms of like efficiency. And also I use it for timestamps. So now we have the waypoint over here. Oh, you don't really need the waypoint for the Chamber of Sins. So it's just level 2 that we need to get to for the Trial of Ascendancy. There we go. I see level 2 over there. Yeah. The reason why we want to do all of these is because we want to ascend. And the first ascension that we get is actually heavily based on getting defenses up. You can get extra auras too, like level is not bad, but I want that massive defense. It's gonna make our character so tanky, and I'm super excited about it. There's some melee splash is okay, but I don't think we really need it for this build because its clear speed is actually pretty decent already. Man, our build already feels pretty fast now, like for movement speed, and we're still gonna get way more. So I like to go fast. I like to build mappers versus bossers, but you can build both because you spend way more time killing. Well, it depends what you want to do. You can just be a boss killer, and you can be someone that just goes in and kills bosses. All right, so important thing: Chamber of Sins level 2, Trial of Ascendancy. So what we do is we just walk past these. Some of these switches will open up doors. Sometimes they'll just prank you, and you click on it, and then you get locked in. So not all the switches are like actually useful in this game. They kind of teach you these things as you go through these trials, but it might like lock you out. So again, we gotta click on this. It's gonna make a portal. So we just need the Trial of Ascendancy, but there's there's that over there. Hold on. Let's see, what is this one offering?
I have nothing more to give.
Alright, what you got? Exploding death helmets. A divine shrine. Well, it's not like if it was a divine orb, that would be something like actually worth it. But now, after the Chamber of Sins level 2, we can get the Baleful Gem, which is like over here.
That thing, it's
So some quests in this game will be worth it because of skill points. Sometimes they can give you a reward that's kind of good, like the Quicksilver Flask, or some other flasks that can make it worth it. And so what we just want is the gem. We don't really need to talk to her, but if you want to talk to her, you can. Meet Helena in town. But we just need to get the Trial of Ascendancy done over there, and then we can get a reward. So the reward that we were looking for, once we talk to this guy, Herald of... Oh, do we not get Purity yet? So we can get... so what do we get? Because one of these will just add like some lightning damage, but it requires too much. This one gives you 50% physical as fire. Since we have a lot of strength, I mean that could be okay right now.
Return if you must.
I gave piety, journey well.
Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to go back to Act 1 to get Clarity. I believe we can get it now. Let me double check. But you should be able to get Clarity and Vitality early on, and this will be our showcase of auras. Clarity. Oh. Clarity requires 40 int. Okay, so we definitely need to get a little more int on our build somewhere. So we're going to grab it. Oh, this is level 4. We actually want it ideally a lower level. Now you can lower the level of the gem, but what it does is it gives you 8 mana per second, but it reserves 76 mana, which is basically half our mana. But we can show off Herald of Ash, which is also a reservation skill. I'll show you guys what that looks like. But we're going to go back to Act 2. What build are we going for? We're going to go for Holy Hammers, brother. But we're almost available to use it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the Crossroads. So we got the thing at Chamber of Sins, which is the Trial of Ascendancy, done. And then now we go down over here to the Crypt for another Trial of Ascendancy over here. So there's a lot of Trial of Ascendancies to complete in the earlier stages, but later, I mean, you only need to do these things one time too, which is great. But this is all required to progress your character to get the super mega class. So extra XP, body armors, frogs. I'm okay on that. The frogs. Later, I want to see what these frogs do though. Okay, let's go over here. Levels 16. Okay, we're way over leveled for the area, so we're just gonna zip by it over here. Okay, so some of these stair areas will just lead into like basically like a loot thing. Oh, okay, so some of these, it's like a little like area that will, I believe, just give you a reward. But I think there's like 3 of them that you have to hit. But we're really just here for like one thing, which is to go to the Crypt. And this will also give you a skill point now, because they've moved over some of the skills. Okay, so there it is, the Crypt. And then the Golden Hand, it gives you a skill point, and that's what we're here for. Now, you can do all the skill point quests later, but the reason why I think it makes more sense to do them now, unless you're trying to do a speedrun world record, because then, well, there's no point of doing a lot of things in the game. But you want the skill point quests. They are permanently going to increase your character, and you can do them later, but the reason why I like to do them now is because the area will be somewhat up to your level. But I'm just so glad that the power charge works with this method, because this means that I can pretty much just play with this. I don't really need that many other sources of a power charge. Because I was thinking about doing a Ramirez Banquet, which is another option. but that clogs up your ring slot, which it can be worth it because it's like, it was like 100% more damage or something. It's crazy what you can get with it. But yeah, there's 2 items that we need here. Oh, Tribe of Ascendancy is at level 1. So let's actually do that first, because once we're over here, we're going to leave. Oh, there it is. You can see the trial. So the Trial of Ascendancy is crypt level 1, and then at level 2 is where the Golden Hand is. Which was actually updated, I believe, in Keepers, which was last season. So they still kind of update where things are and move around quests, which I hate when they do that, because it's just like, you're not used to it. And for a lot of people that don't like read all the patch notes, sometimes I don't read all the patch notes for certain things, it's like, well, you'll be confused. But this is like so easy to get the Trial of Ascendancy done. But
so that all may find you when
the other quests, I mean, most of the things are pretty fast, but it's just doing some of these quests, you know, every single time there's a new league. I wish that Path of Exile would kind of relax on the reset from start 1 or stage 1. But yeah, we are 23, and once we're 28, we get to use the hammers. And we already have a source of power chargers. Now, ideally we would have several sources of getting these power chargers, unless it's Ramir's Banquet, which is a ring. So how it works, to explain it, is when you don't get a crit, you can just force your character to never crit. So you can take this node over here where you can never deal a critical strike, but that item makes it so you gain like a power charge, which is the little blue circle that spins around us, which is a buff that gives us extra chance to crit. But later we can get power charge on crit as well, and then we can gain a bonus of, like, when we, right now our crit is so low, like the base crit is like 5%. What is our crit? Our crit strike chance is 5% right now. Let's see. With max charges, does it go to like 5.5%? Okay, so with all the charges, it'll go 7.5 right now. Let's see if we can get more, because I don't have any way to spend the charges now. Okay, we got 3 right now. Our crit strength is 12%, which is pretty low. Alright, so we have rare. How much? Divine Shrines. Okay, more gold. It's okay, I don't really need it. But what we do want is the Golden Hand. There's also the Archbishop. Geoffrey. I can maybe get an upgrade on our helmet from like the randoms. But ideally, I think Fargraves is like sadly it's like the one good amulet, or the one good helmet. There's also, I think the one that gives you like melee physical damage that we can get. That, what is it called? Diet Bell or something like that. So we're gonna get this. So this way we don't have to worry about HP potions. So once we get the Golden Hand, we're gonna turn it in. We can also identify. Let's see, evasion, regen. I mean, that's pretty bad. This thing sucks too, though. It's not really giving us anything but accuracy. But accuracy is not terrible. So we want this because it's going to give us a passive, and then we just sell all these garbage things that we don't need anymore. I'm so glad this works, because we can also get we get a frenzy and a power charge. That's really good, because frenzy charges just gives us more damage. But 8% HP and dex in it, that's like really not that bad. It's like kind of usable, like as an item, because frenzy charges give us extra like attack speed, I believe, and like more damage. So now we can get this. We can get that also, and if our armor doesn't have any life modifiers, we can get 15% increased maximum life, or just 30% more life, or 30 flat number HP. But also, you count as full life being at 90% is okay too if we want to run Ondars, which is like, again, it's a really cheap pair of gloves that we can buy for an alchemy. I don't happen to have one right now, but I can maybe buy it for a couple transmutes or chance of shards. Like, it's a really cheap item. Okay, so now that we've done those quests, we can finally go and progress. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go to the wetlands and finally progress. We're going to go to the tree roots, and the quest will be completed over there. And that is with the little like little staff thing that we got from the spider boss. think our damage is healthy enough. Or is it 600 damage right now? That's what it's showing. Like, how's our survivability too? The one thing that we're going to try to look at is mana for solving that, so I don't have to push the button. It's like too much. Like, you can get mana on kill. There's lots of different other things that you can get. But mana on kill means that the boss, sometimes you gotta spend the potion on the bosses, which is okay. Like, it doesn't bother me that much if I have to pop my mana thing a couple times. Oh, another thing is we have the Herald of Ash. We're eventually going to use Herald of Purity, but right now with Herald of Ash, what it's going to do if I push the button, you can see that it reserves 55. So 55 of our mana is reserved. It's unusable, but it's for a buff. And the difference in damage that we get, it goes from 675 to 785. That's actually worth it right now, for sure. So we can use that right now. And you can get a lot of these buffs. Eventually our mana is going to be basically like at 0, and our attacks will cost either nothing or very close to nothing. Let's see, what is she offering? Melee weapons, Divine Stride, okay. Hindered, not worth. Like I said, if it doesn't say currency, I'm not really interested in the thing. Yes, Leo, this is indeed Path of Exile 1, brother. Ooh, nice, nice. Alright, so we got that extra point. So, yeah, we can get more HP, but I think mana is what I want to solve. So, if you want to solve mana, you can type in the word mana and see, like, okay, well, what do I really need? Increase more mana is good, but, like, what you would ideally want is some sort of mana on kill. Oh, that's actually pretty good. I might actually grab that. There is a 5 mana per second. This is damage taken, recouped. So, recouped means that it regenerates, which, yeah, I mean, it works. But guard skills, this is actually pretty nice, because later we're going to have like a steel skin cast when damage taken, and if it lasts really long, that's not bad. But let's see what else we can get for mana that can really help out. Let's see, this is maximum mana. The only thing I really need is this 5 mana per second, but this one will take longer to get to it, and essentially I'm not going to use a guard skill right now. 10% of mana over 1 second. Well, you can have a level 1 cast when damage taken, and then it's always regenning. That's actually not a bad idea. Can you get this here too? You can get this here. Wow, that's awesome. But that 5 mana per second will go a long ways. Okay, like I said, I want to solve mana. Usually I play on this side of the tree, so we get like this leech over here, which makes things very, very easy. But let's see if there's any other great ones that we can get. Like, these require 2 more points. Ooh, this one's really nice. Oh, the percent of mana on kill. That's... But remember, I have to spend 2 more points to get to it. Now, are there any other good things to look out for? Because again, sometimes, you know, you may play something that... Because normally I play on this area because I play Ranger and I usually play Bow. But I've played everything in the game. But sometimes they move stuff and they add new stuff, or they nerf or buff certain things. Right now, I don't really want to get this because it's not very good later. So what we're going to do is we're going to respec out of it. We can get refund points later. But for now, I just want to try to solve as much as I possibly can. And that mana per 5 seconds is probably going to be the one that I go for. And then we can also make attack skills cost life instead of mana, which is, what is it, Attack Mastery? So we type in Attack Mastery. We can maybe get another one over here. This is Two-Handed Mastery. So is there another Attack Mastery over here? This is Totem Mastery. Oh, I typed in Attack Mastery. So it should highlight those ones. Now let's see. Can you click on these? I don't know if they made this a thing where you can click on it. No, they didn't. Oh, there is. Yeah. Okay, so you can click on it and you can find out where they're at. But it's very faint. They're all like pretty far away, to be honest. They're like way over here. This one is pretty far too. I mean, we're gonna eventually get down here, but for now, this is just the best option because in 3 skill points I can solve the mana issue versus, let's say, 5. But the 5 one will be much better with that like guard skill, a 40% increased duration. I think there's 2 of those nodes, which gives you almost, that's 80%. So that would be almost doubling your uptime on certain like buffs for your character, which is, in my personal opinion, 100% worth it. But we don't have access to it yet, so not yet. But yeah, right now we're in the Fall Ruins.
I have nothing more to give.
What are we at? 25. Oh, we're so close. I can't wait to use that skill. That's like what I want to do. So bad. Like, I really want to swap to that skill ASAP. We should be able to get Herald of Purity as well pretty soon. We can run like double auras. And then once we get that mana thing situated. But once we get into the next like waypoint, we'll go back to town and get a reward. We go. We see the yellow exclamation mark, so let's go towards that. What level is this area? 20 or 25? Okay, yeah, this is where we get some low XP. Now we go to the northern forest. And this is the waypoints. And so there's 2 exits here that you can go to. We're just going to go to the main one right now, because the other exit leads to what's called a hideout, and you don't have to get a hideout right now. It's not that big of a deal. But we can go turn in this quest because we're going to get a buff that's going to give us more damage.
Return if you must.
Goodbye.
Oh, okay, by the way, Yina will identify your items as well. But since we just finished... Ooh. Oh, that's fine. For now. What we can do also is go to Purity. Ooh, there we go. Herald of Purity. So we want this. This is also going to reserve mana, but this one's a %. So we're going to go also throw this bad boy in here. So now we're going to have 2 auras. And it also is going to still reduce our mana. But we're going to go back to the northern forest because that's where we're at right now. So like I said, it has 2 different areas to exit in. There's this over here, which is going to be a hideout. If you get to it, it's fine. We're going to get a bunch of these later. So a hideout is where you can go and basically trade with other players, and it's kind of where the end game kind of starts. But we can also activate this Herald of Purity, and now we're going to get these other minions that summon themselves. So we have like a little army now with our Herald of Purity. Let's see what their damage is looking like. Okay. It's not much damage, but I don't expect them to do very much. This is a ritual. We'll talk more about it later. It's not really super important. The league mechanic is much better. Rare body armor. Okay, I'm good on that. Ooh, it's a grand life blast. That's an upgrade. Because these are large life blasts, and this one is a grand. This is the same one as the other one, so okay.
I have nothing more to give.
Oh, 0 mana. But we'll work on solving the mana. That's at 21. Alright. Now we're just gonna skip out on that. Alright, here might be it. The Dread Thicket. So Dread Thicket won't be the exact one. Yo, Destroying, thank you so much. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
New subscriber,
Starting the sub trainer Reno again.
new subscriber, Slay Daddy.
Thank you, man.
New subscriber, Slay Daddy. New
That music,
subscriber,
I can listen to it
Slay
forever.
Daddy.
But try out Dragonkin? Yes.
Subscriber,
The Banished?
Slay Daddy. New
I have indeed,
subscriber,
brother.
Slay Daddy.
Oh, this is resummoning them. This is what the ritual mechanic is.
New subscriber, Slay Daddy. New subscriber,
Oh,
Slay Daddy.
there's a lot of enemies over here.
New subscriber, Slay Daddy. New subscriber, Slay Daddy. New subscriber,
Fire and
Slay
ignite
Daddy.
resistant. Okay, well, unfortunately, we do fire damage, so it's going to be a little bit less damage. Just a little bit. Dang, this guy's like so tanky. Is he getting like buffed by this like shrine or something? What's going on? Okay. That guy was like so tanky. But how this works is you get what's called tribute, and you can get items via these tributes. And maybe we can get a... I mean, it's probably impossible. We cannot really replace this amulet because then we can't use this skill. Because so it's actually part of a problem. But we could maybe... let's see. I'm going to move my face out of the way so you guys can see this. I mean, like, we can grab some of these small things, but I really doubt that, because it's a hidden item. But if I do all of them, we can get it. I'm just going to grab these and we're just going to keep on going. And the reason why is because I doubt we're going to get like an upgrade. I mean, is it possible? Sure, but it's like 1 in a million. So I'd rather save my time, and I'd rather get to the end game as quickly as possible. But thank you so much again, Destroying, for the 5 gifted Subaronis. To give you 5 more katana flips, my brother. Thank you. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Thank you so much again, Destroying. Arigato, my friend. I really do appreciate the support. Thank you, man. But let's keep going, and hopefully, so here's another one of the ritual things. But like I said, I don't think that these are really worth doing unless you see an item that you maybe like wanted from the first thing, or because they kind of get revealed later. But like I said, it just gets to the end game. If you do interact with the new League mechanic, the Mirage thing, and there's something that is good, then yeah, go for it. But the thing is that we don't take that much damage. The damage recoup won't be like that great. At least that's what I'm thinking in my head, but we'll see.
I have nothing more to give.
I just want to solve the mana problems ASAP. We could still use a much better helmet too. But yeah, you know what would be really good? I mean, we can even swap to this now, is if we just get an amulet that has intelligence plus mana on kill. So we just got like, 10 mana on kill. For the most part, until we get to like the bosses, then it would solve it. But the 5 mana per second will be very, very good. And then also once we get, is it just 1? I'm literally missing 1 intelligence on my character. Can I help you set up your price check tool, please? I'm new to PC and need a little help. Yeah, I have a video tutorial on that. Big Boom, I would recommend you check that out, because like I'm not gonna be able to, what is it called? Microsoft Remote Control. But yeah, there's a very specific thing that you gotta do on your setup. So what you're looking for, to answer the question, is it's called Awaken Path of Exile Trade. It's the best trade tool. It lets you basically scan your items, then you can price your items, and that way you know what your item's worth. It's super, super helpful. I use it all the time, Alex. Except for like in my play session, I don't use any like I try not to use third-party tools or a loot filter, because it's a little bit hard for new players to like download, and before they even play the game, they're like, you're told to like download a bunch of third-party tools, and some people are kind of scared to do it. But anyways, from the caverns, we get the waypoint here. The waypoint isn't important, but it's just basically letting you know you're almost there. We're almost at the end of Act 2. And are we? Oh, we're so close to level 28. Because remember, guys, level 28 lets us use our good skill, and then we get to use those power charges for 100% more damage. And this new skill is going to dunk on the game, and everything's going to be amazing. The whole build is going to be way, 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 way better. At least I think it is. But again, if you're unable to get this, don't worry. I mean, I got it early just because, like, I snagged one up. But remember, I'm playing this, at day 1. By the time you guys are watching this, by the time it uploads and renders, is probably day 2 here. But what that will allow you to do is there's going to be a lot more items on the market. Eventually, there's so many items on the market. But ideally, try to get one that has some quality. If you have one Chaos Orb, just 10% quality is what I would say is going to be pretty easy to come by. Okay, so we got another skill point. Boom. And we have another 15% increased maximum mana, which is great, but because the reservation cuts into your mana. So we have 176 for reserve right now for our auras, which, yeah, you're definitely going to want auras as you play the game, 100%. Lyra used to give you 5 mana per second too, but they nerfed her. Sadly. I hate that they nerfed that. It used to give you critical strike chance, 5 mana per second, and the resistances. So what we're doing here is we're just going to look for the stairs, and we're just going up. New season start? Yeah, just started today, man. New season just started. But going back to your question about like the price tracker tool, what's the exact problem that you're having with it? So maybe I can lead you in like the right direction. I would suggest watching the video because then I have it like opened up. And what actually I should ask you what tool you're using because there's several different tools. I only really know Awakened PoE trade, but there's also like the Overwolf one. I've used it before as well. Let's go over here. Oh, there's the Drooper's Orb. Nice. Yeah, and pick up all of the like currency that you see. Okay, finally we're at the top. It takes a while to get to the top. Basically, once we're at the top, there's also these crafting recipes. You can click on them, and it'll let you basically craft like spell damage rank 1 on your items. But yeah, if it's your first time playing Paladin of Exile, go click on them. There's going to be a lot of them. Now, if you're not interested in crafting at all, then I guess you can skip it. But this boss is pretty easy. Ideally, you attack and you move just like every boss. Try to stand behind it. But the only thing that matters is when they do a mechanical like move. I'll try to show you guys when it makes that sound exactly what you need to do. So we're going to attack, move, move. He'll come back. Attack and move. I'll just kind of shoot the laser around. That's the only thing that you want to move out of. It's called the slam. You kind of hear it like a mechanical. It goes, and then it goes and slams down. Also, if you start seeing rocks fall from the sky, trying to stand in there. Welcome back, Destroy. So, what was the issue that you're having with your trade tool? And also, what's the name of the trade tool that you're using? Because the one that I know, like I said, is Awakened PoE Trade. If it's not that one, I really don't know too much about it. Sometimes when there's a new league, it takes them a little bit of time to get it set up. I don't know if that one's having an issue now. Attack, move. Right now we're actually out of mana. Now what you can do if you're out of mana, you can go back to town, and in PoE 1, all you need to do is go back to town, and all of your flasks, they just refill automatically. You don't have to like wait or anything. In PoE 2, you have to click on the little fountain, but like you see, our mana potion's back up, and the boss does not like regen his HP, so you can basically kind of the cheap way to kind of kill the boss, and he doesn't get to heal, but you do. But yeah, it resets all of your potions. I didn't need it for my healing potions, but that will also work. But I just needed my mana. So here's the slam again. Again, once you hear the slam, move out of the way. If you don't know like which direction it's coming from, yeah. But if you know where it's coming from, just get behind it. Okay. But it's a pretty easy fight overall. Again, most of the bosses in this whole game will be pretty easy from here on out. It's just like Act 1 in particular, it's a little bit long. There's a couple bosses where I'll show you guys the mechanic, but like that one's a pretty chill one. We have another crafting recipe. Woo! And then now we get to Act 3, and we are almost level 28. What level is this area? 23. Okay. We're like kind of over leveled. But in Act 3, we are going to actually do something really cool, which is get that new skill. But to get to Act 3, we actually have to save this girl over here first. But our survivability is really good right now. I don't know if you guys see our HP, but we're just like never taking damage. We just go right back up to like full HP because we have that recovered life on kill. And the mana on kill one is great too.
You've done well.
But I don't have that one yet. We might respec out of the other one to get it later. But you can also get like reduced mana costs other ways. But I was hoping I could just grab this one now because this one over here, like we're already right here, and this is 4 points. I wanted to grab the mana on kill. Where is it? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 versus 3. Yeah. But again, this one does technically give us int, which helps us out with more mana. But it's that percent of mana on kill that makes it so good. And you get 15 mana per enemy kill, which is actually pretty big. So all of that would basically solve mana. But I'm hoping the next node of 5 mana per second will pretty much solve it as well. So anyways, you free her, and then she's like, help my husband. Okay, so now none of these are really that great. Because again, there's no body armor realistically that we're going to get that's going to give us over like almost 350 armor. We're just going to move into the next town. And we're going to be able to use our hammer. Oh, hold on. If we a couple more things, we're going to be able to use that new skill. Actually, I think it's this way. We're so close. We're 95%. I guess in part 3, Act 3, we'll finally be able to use our new skill, man. Which I'm super, super excited about.
Neither the time nor the place.
Alright, let's get to the town, and that will pretty much wrap up part 2, which is Act 2. So congratulations. We are 2 acts finished, and there's a total of 10 acts, but they do get faster and faster, and the real game only really starts once you get to the end game anyways of all of these action RPGs. But hope you guys enjoyed part 2. If you did, drop a like on your way out, and I'll see you guys in part 3 of our play session. But let me go ahead and title this so I have it for later. So you're using Awaken PoE trade, right? So what do you need help with destroying, like here? Like, I'll open up the program so you can kind of see how it works. So, do you need to know how it like works, or like? So if you go to settings, you can change like your hotkey. I think that's probably what you're looking at, right? So if I hit like, I'm good now. You got it. Oh, okay, good. I'm glad you got it, brother. All right, now I need to go grab the Act 3 one for the notes of like which quest we need to do. So where's search? There we go. Keepers of the Flame is what the name is for Act 3. There we go. Alright, so Act 3 is going to be... Actually, this one, it shows up as pretty short, like, for the time frame. But, like, this act, now PoE takes a lot longer because of the league mechanic. But it's worth it, so it's fine, in a sense. Okay. And as far as this goes, we don't... Do we have all 6? We'll finish these later, right? Okay, so there's 3... Oh, there's 3... Okay, that's where the last one is. And Act 4 is where we get to get our class ascendancy. Okay. Let me label part 2 of this one real quick, and then we'll get started. PoE Act 2. And then we'll get started with this one. What's my graphics settings, though? Your game is lagging a little. Oh, my graphics settings, like, you want to see this? Okay. So I'm using a 3090. I have no upscale. I'm using DirectX. If you're lagging, you can try using the Vulkan one. That can help out. You can cap your FPS. That might help out. You can remove this, the illumination. That might also help. Oh. That made do my game crash. Oh, there we go. Oh. So I don't know what I changed. I put shadows. I changed shadows. I don't even really notice a difference. There's default and there's default plus global illumination. Oh, wow, you can make the game go super sharp. What's the default shadows? Low? Okay. Number of lights? I hate bloom. I wish you could turn this to negative. Depth of field disabled, so I disabled that. I mean, yeah, you can copy my settings if you want. if that helps. Target frame rate, you can target to be at 5 frame rate. Dude, I don't know who would play this game on 5 frames. I wouldn't play any video game at 5 frames. But, I mean, it's a pretty old game, so if you're lagging, it could be the servers, to be honest. Like, the servers in this game might be kind of rough. I actually want to look at some other helmets, too. Let's go look at some other helmets. But yes, who's in? Yeah, the new season is up. So let's go look at other items that we can buy. So I think it's Diet Build. Diet Build Gilded Salad. Is this the item? If you guys have suggestions for good helms too, let me know. It's got a bunch of armor. Can't leech life on low HP. That's a huge amount of armor index. That's an okay item. I like this item because it gives you damage. That's actually pretty good. And it actually gives you can't be shocked too. It gives you some resistance. It's pretty decent, honestly, for like the requirements. What is it, 27 dex? That's like pretty nice. It gives you damage too. There's not really that many things that are going to give you that amount of cold damage to attacks. Like genuinely really good. I think. Oh, what's one chaos orb? So yeah, Fargraves is pretty good. Loctonio is still usable, but I think the better thing is 100% Prism Weave. Let's see if that's cheaper now. Prism Weave. Come on, Prism Weave. Oh, it's three Chaos Orbs. Okay. So can you travel to their hideout? Or no? Oh, I don't know. Maybe you can't travel. Oh, it does work. Oh, it does work. Cool. I don't have the gold, though. That's so lame. I don't have the gold. I don't think I have the currency anyways. I think he wanted 3C, and I think I have like 0. But thanks for letting me know. You have a 59. Do Acer servers destroying. I don't know where you're at, but whatever server you're connecting to, you can try another server. Like I remember, I don't know, it was in Asia. Like all the servers were pretty bad. Well, hello, Lucky Chances. How you doing? Are you also playing the new PoE League? But yeah, I can't wait to start this act. So I'm trying to think of what else we can get for upgrades. Okay, we definitely want to get more power charges. But you know, I was looking up like a power charge, PoE wiki power charge. I was looking at all the options that we can get power charges. If you guys have suggestions, I would love to know. So like right now, the only thing that we're actually using to gain power charge is Malinger's Cruelty. That's the only thing we have that gain like a power charge. But it's really not that bad. It's like 15% chance on kill. I don't know, what did ours roll? Oh, it's perfect. Okay, so it's 15% chance for a power charge on kill. We could probably also use Ondars. Ondars right now. Ondars I think is really good. That 30% attack speed and it gives you lightning and 100. Oh, that's so good. It's really good. No, do I have Orb Alchemy? I do have one. We could get Ondars as well. The reason why I don't like this is it reduces your mana. And like this is 30% increased attack speed. Now it's only on full life, but like I feel like we always gonna be on full life pretty much. We can also throw in Vitality to really push that full life 24/7 until we get that extra. It's one intelligence, one intelligence for a character. But where else can we go for that one int? Because like right here, 5 mana per second is pretty good. Oh, also, since we're going to swap off the strike skill, we can remove this and make it so attack skills cost life. But then the Ondars loses out on its viability. Actually, is that even considered a melee skill? It is. Holy Hammer is considered melee. That's weird, because it totally falls from the sky. But hey, it has the melee tag, so it should work. But we could also try... you know what? We'll probably just unspec out of... Okay, I'll unspec out of... So this is what? 1, 2, 3... Oh, that's too much. I don't have that much respec. Because like... what does this cost right now? Oh, 14 mana. But the other one, I'm not going to like spam. You need to use it once in a while. So I think the mana hopefully will be solved by then. But we definitely get to respec out of this one, and then we can start pathing towards, let's see. I have so many ideas on what I want to scale, because I want to get a hell of a lot. Oh, this gives us 5 int and main. Oh, but you know what? This isn't bad. We could get this one for the next one, and then we can get clarity, and then yeah, that'll be good. And this gives us 20% memory. That's fine, because I want to get as much area of effect as possible. Like I want to max that thing out, because area of effect equals yeah, I'm gonna get all of this, dude. Hell yeah, I'm gonna get all the area of effect. Yeah, this one's all really good too. 30%. Oh yeah, all this is really good. Yeah, we'll go down here. There's no damage. Well, it's more area of effect, so it helps out. Also, we can look out for what are we like level 27? We can also go look for a level 30. A level 30 mace. Well, it's actually any two-handed melee weapon, but it has to be specifically, what is it, mace, scepter, or staff. So it's mace or staff. So we can do mace, two-handed mace, staff, any staff, and the level requirements maximum 30. And then we do 1 Chaos Orb. And then we do highest DPS. So we have 2. We have Jeffries and the Stormheart. Stormheart's a bunch of cold damage, though. Ideally, we kind of get more physical, but let's see. Oh, it's physical and a whole bunch of lightning. What's the Fizz DPS? 142, 161. The Jeffries is probably way better. Jeffries also has never deal crits. That's, I mean, it gives you a big chunky amount of damage though. Our current one is like 120, so this is like double DPS. But the main issue is that it costs a bunch of gold. So that becomes, yeah, that's definitely an issue if it costs a bunch of gold, because this one only costs 1. Oh wait, hold on, we can get this. Ooh, if we can get this for like 1, that'd be huge. And let's see if we can get this for 1. I'm pretty sure it's going to be 1. Okay. Oh, shoot. We can get this for 1? All right. Well, this guy is selling an item for 1 Orb of Alchemy, so we can go snag this thing up. Oh, it's actually... oops. Oh, shoot. That's our main weapon. Wait, never mind. It's okay. Oops. Okay, so... what we're gonna do, my bad on that one. The reason why is I would have to find another 4 socket and link it, or I'd have to get another item and link it. So I can either get a helm that has it, or I can't even use the item anyways, right? So my bad. Oh, it's level 27. Oh, we can use that item. Ooh. I got you, Lucky Chances. Okay, so we can definitely use that item, but the main issue is that I have to find another 4 link setup. So it's either in gloves or helm. Fargraves is, I think, the best helm, and that's like 1C as well. But I think the easiest option, because I don't expect to get a 5 link yet, so I think we just go to a helmet that has armor, and then we do 4 links. With the sockets, we want 4 links. Can we do an Orb of Alchemy? And then we can get that other thing later. So yeah, we'll, let's see, what do we got? We also need to put that it has a level requirement of maximum like 30. Okay, now let's see what we can go for. So yeah, we can get a much, much better helmet. Well, that one gives us a bunch of int too. That's actually what our character needs. That's massive. And HP. Alright, that's probably going to be something that we'll go for. And that gives us a bunch of accuracy. Wow, there's a lot of great helms. Fantastic helmets that we can shoot for in this part of our play session. So we can definitely upgrade our helmet for a 4 link. And then we got to get this. So we need to get 2 upgrades to get the actual upgrade. And then also, once we gain 1 level, we can then use our Holy Hammer skill. And that, since it's melee, that works. And then... Ancestral Call will not work with it, though. We're going to have to get another red gem. Which, does Clarissa sell gems?
Watch yourself.
She does not sell gems. we're gonna have to get another. Does melee splash work with that? I don't know. We'll have to either change the color to get one blue, or something else. I'm trying to think of what else we can get. But yeah, we'll check it once we have the ability to use it. So I'm trying to think of what other red gem would work. We can go back and actually check in Act 2. Let's go check. In Act 2 and 1.
You manage. There you will.
I am.
Okay. So what type into support? So we have melee fizz, elemental. Ah, that's so simple. Yeah, it's just elemental damage with attacks. So we'll go ahead and purchase that one. Okay, so I'll start off the video by going to Act 3, then we'll go back to Act 2. Thanks. Oh, you're welcome, Lucky Chan. So I guess that's your new account. All right, so let's get started, guys, with Act 3. Now, we do have this skill coming up, the Holy Hammers. It's right there. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back actually to Act 2. And the reason why is because when I switch, we're not going to be able to use the bonus of the Ancestral Call, because it has to be, it has to support certain skills, and I don't believe it'll support the skill that we're going to use. So we're going to go back to Act 2 real quick just to pick up one gem, and that is Elemental Damage. So what we're going to do is go to Elemental Damage over here. We're going to go to Yina. She's going to say thanks. And then we're going to go to Purchase Items, and then we're going to go to Fire. We're just typing the word Fire. Should be, or type the word Support. And it should be Elemental Damage with Attacks, because it's an attack. And so, yeah, we're going to do this, and then we're going to go start Act 3 now. So we're going to go back to the Act 3. And in the very beginning of Act 3, our main goal at the very beginning is to go all the way up. Because we're going to get a new skill. And then also we can get rid of this because we don't need this. Destroy this. Okay. So we're going to actually exit over here. And then we're going to go to the left this time. So from the slums, we can talk to him. And what this guy does is give us, basically, as an NPC, he kind of does some small damage. It's small, but it's like, why not get free damage? Maybe distract some of the enemies. Okay. There we go. And now the fun starts because we get to use our brand new skill, and so many things are going to be coming up online. So the first thing we're doing is we're getting this. Yeah, we need this because I want to use Clarity also in the build somewhere. So we can also add this to the build, so I can show you guys what that looks like. So that's going to reduce our mana even more, but we're going to get 8 mana per second, so it's going to make up for it. And then we get the extra 5 mana per second, and then we have 15 mana per second. Or actually, well, it's 13. So it's really close to being able to provide enough with it. And then we need to swap to the new skill, the Holy Hammer. So we're going to remove the Ancestral Call because I don't think this works with our... Oh, it works with Holy Strike. But we want the other skill, so we're going to remove Holy Strike. Because you can see over here where it says Holy Hammer, it does not work with it. So I have to add Holy Hammer here. And so now we have Holy Hammer. You see this sewer thing doesn't work. But this is our skill. Okay, so we're going to have to use it for a little bit to see, like, you know, its potential. Okay. I'll have to get used to, like, how it, like, behaves, too. Oh, that one used the power charge. Oh, okay, it's cooking. I can definitely tell you. Oh, it's great. It's great. It's so much faster. It's amazing. Oh, my gosh. I'm casting it once, and look, it just blows up pretty much everything. Oh, I love it. But like I said, if you were unable to get it, we'll get it in Act 3. But again, you can use maybe an Orb of Alchemy or a Chaos Orb if you happen to get one, and then you can use the skill. So what we're looking for over here in the slums is the Crematorium. So the Crematorium is going to have a Trial of Ascendancy that we're going to use to get our super class, which we're going to actually get in the next part of our play session. We will get the super class. Yeah, this is really good. This is the skill at level 1. And it's only going to get better and better because we're going to gain more and more power charges. Right now, we don't have a good source of it. Eventually, we get 100%. There's 2 different ways that we're going to really invest into these charges, these power charges. So one of them requires us to get to level 60, which is Romir's Banquet, which makes it so we're basically going to make our build never crit, but we always get a power charge, so it doesn't matter. The other option is to actually crit, and it's like a 50-60% chance on a crit that we gain the charge, but since we're going to hit so many enemies, unless it's a boss, we basically have 100% uptime on the thing. But we'll get more damage too. The next thing that we could get to really increase our damage is probably a new weapon. We could probably double our DPS real easy. Our DPS is pretty solid right now, but in order for the build to feel really good, to one-shot everything, which is what I wanted to do, and consistently just keep on one-shotting things back to back to back, is get a new upgrade. What part are we in? Oh, this is, right now we're in Act 3, so this is Part 3, Act 3. So this one over here, there's going to be this lava that comes in. You can just honestly walk by. It's not that big of a deal. Later we can get Immortal Flesh and be basically just walking through all this stuff. Immortal Flesh is such an OP item since they buffed it. And that also gives you a nice amount of mana regen, and it's surprisingly really good for that. But all you got to do is wait for the lava to go down. That's what you're supposed to do. And then you pull the levers and then you get to the end. But obviously we're already at the end. So. This kind of reminds me of, you know what actually kind of reminds me of? It's almost like Hoda, but like way better, because Hoda, it just explodes like, you know, right next to you. Whereas this, like, it keeps on exploding and you get these overlaps. But we need to, okay, this is definitely, it feels actually a little bit worse than the other skill for single target. So what we can do is we can swap for, like, let's say a boss. Like if I was on a boss, I would swap the Holy Strike with the, where's the skill? Okay, oops, I need to pay attention a little bit. Oh, he's doing a lot of big damage. Let's just reset our potions. But we can swap the Holy Hammers with this. And then, for now, we just use this. Because this thing summons those small little things next to us, and that actually is doing some okay damage. Oh, this is 1,000 HP one. That's like way better. But we can get rid of these. 170. Hold on, that's an upgrade. The Grand Mana Flask. And then we're gonna go back to Holy Hammers, because this is the skill that I think I will enjoy a lot more. But it just it's not that great for a single target right now. And actually, I don't even know if it's gonna be good for single target, but it's okay. I'm okay with suffering in the single, you know, the boss killing department, because I don't really care to do bosses back to back to back. And some people do like to do that, and that's totally cool. But we might be able to increase the single target later. Right now, since this is not a strike skill, we actually have one skill point that we could free up. We're still having mana problems, it looks like. So yeah, against any sort of like stronger monsters, it definitely seems like it's not as good as the other skill. How much monsters Soul Eater? Okay.
I'm so glad you could.
But what we're looking for right here is this guy. It's like kind of in this torture device. We can also use Doedri's Elixir, which is a pretty cheap item, but I don't know how viable that is right now.
You can't dance forever.
Okay, so we have this, which our mana seems like it's almost okay. I think if we just get this right here, where we get regenerate 5 mana per second, this should solve it completely.
Enough of this.
Like I said, we can keep on swapping for these bosses. Oh, she's already gone. What does this one give us? Oh, that's the same one. So what we can do also, this is actually a good tip, we can just move this one right here. Oops. From right here. So Holy Strike is right here and Holy Hammer is right here. So that way I just swap these gems like for bosses. And it's a very normal thing to swap gems for bosses. But now that we talked to the guy that was in the torture device, he gives us a bracelet. We take the bracelet to Clarissa, which is the girl that we freed to get to this act. And we're going to take the keys, and then we're going to once again exit the town this way. And the reason why we do it this way is because we're looking for the sewer gate, which is usually closer to the spawn. So now we're going to use the sewer keys on the sewer gate. But as soon as we get, let's see, we do have 1 Orb of Alchemy right now. But I would need to get 2 upgrades. So I have, the reason why is if I replace this item, this is our 4 link right now, I would need to either get a chest piece that has a 4 link, which this is impossible to replace. I'm going to get a helmet that has a 4 link. For hopefully like an Orb of Alchemy or something. I can actually look for that pretty soon. But I want to get both the upgrades at once. So what we're looking for in this area is Victaro's Secrets, which is a quest that requires us to get 3 of these platinum busts. But Lucky Chances, thank you so much for the Go Pop there. I appreciate that. And Arrow, thank you so much for the rose gift on TikTok. Thank you, thank you. Ooh, a lot of damage. Okay, so now we can use the stash, and then, so you're going to find 3 of these in here. And you want to find all 3. And get the waypoint here, it's going to be important for something later. But it's part of the main quest. Oh, we're using this skill. We need to be using the Holy Hammers. Oh, this is melee physical. Okay, there we go. Oh, wait, what? Why is this? Holy Strike, I don't... Oh, okay. We have to swap to Holy Hammers. Ah, okay, I see why. Hold on. We need a Holy Strike, one of these. There we go. Now we're in business. Okay, where's this? Another platinum bust? Yeah. So we need 1 more, and then that'll give us an additional skill point. And then since I'm only using the Holy Strikes right now for bosses, I can remove the strike skills hit another, because it's Holy Strike is a strike skill, whereas this is not a strike skill. So we're kind of wasting a skill point right now. So if you okay, so this is the first hideout that we're gonna get. It's in the sewers. You'll see where it says Undercity Hideout. And if it's your first time, all you need to do is kill all the enemies, and it's gonna say sewers unlocked. And what it does is it unlocks the sewers for a hideout. It doesn't matter which hideout you get. You can get multiple of them, but this is like kind of the first one that's super on the way. You can also get one in Act 2, but they're just different skins that you will unlock. They don't do anything different. But what you do is you just clear out all the monsters, and it'll say hideout unlocked. I already have this one unlocked, so it's not gonna make a cool sound or anything. But yeah, you just clear out all the monsters. You see how it says hideout unlocked? I already have it, so it won't. It usually would pop up in the middle of the screen though. But here's the last platinum bust. Looks like this is the exit, so we gotta go this way for the last platinum bust. And once we get all 3, we get a skill point. And then also we can use our respec points. And also, by the way, you can always respec your character in Path of Exile 1, but it will cost gold or other things for Path of Exile, or Orb of Regrets. pretty sure you can also do. Can you do it with gold in this one now too? I don't know if it uses the refund passive points, but I'm going to refund this one right here first, which makes it so Vol skills strike an additional nearby enemy. We don't need that. The 5% attack speed isn't bad. That can be an option as well if I did need it. But I was looking to get more like attack damage. There's lots of two-handed. There's additional physical attack damage leeches life, and then also increased damage with the ailments. So if we do like some sort of burn, which is like ignite, that'd be the ailment that we can deal. But we'd have to go down there for that. There's a lot of other options that we can go for, but let's go complete this quest, and then I can show you guys kind of the different options. But I'll probably end up showing off a pod of like what kind of the plan is. Okay, so now that we've gotten the bus, let me actually do this really quick because I want to take a snap of the pod real quick, which is what a snap of the pod is basically like the build, so I can also have it for like part 2 of the guide. I don't think we've swapped the weapons, so let me go do this really quick just so I have reference. And also in the description I'll have all the like builds that we played as far as like the progression. So we're gonna remove holy hammers because we're using this as our skill right now. So one cool thing that you have with Path of Exile, you have the ability to get your character build, and I'll show you kind of what that looks like, and I'll mention that it's also in the pin. So let me go grab that real quick. So that's what is that? Mobalytics. So we got to go to 2 different places. We got to go to Mobalytics and then go to Path of Exile, and then we got to go to Profile. This is for PoE 2. I just naturally went to PoE 2. So we go to PoE 1, and then we go to Profile, and then this one over here. Actually, I'm just going to copy the name and I'm just making a new one so it's not a duplicate. We can just... Actually, we'll have to do it this way. So I'm not going to duplicate it because it like kind of messes up here. I don't know if it's too new, and that might be causing the issue, but we're going to go to Create, Build, and then we go to... we need to import a code. So to get the code, we go to PoE.ninja, and we go to characters PoE 1, and then we go to refresh character list 29, boom, and we go to path of building, and then we go to copy, and then import this code. Okay, and then we'll just save draft and then publish. Okay, there we go. So this is basically what it'll look like. So it's on Mobalytics, and it should have everything. Oh, is it like... Okay, hold on. For some reason, it's not tagging it correctly. Okay, so basically what it looks like, when you get like a Path of Exile code, you can import these from like lots of different applications. So it shows you all the things. It shows you all of the tree. But we're going to use Mobalytics over here, and it should just... let's update matching visual. Let's see if this is... Oh, there we go. Now it should be 1-to-1. So I'll have these also in the pinned. So this is like Act 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll have all of them separated. This way you guys can have them. And if you need them kind of as a reference to like what does he have for gear for like Act 1, 2, 3, 4. Because the thing with like Path of Exile versus Diablo, there's a lot more that goes into these builds. And like you need to kind of like the step-by-step if it's your new player guide. Sometimes for Diablo people will use like, you know, early game and end game, but like there's too many in-betweens with Path of Exile, like, and that's why I always make my build guides have every single act, because it makes it way easier to follow versus just, you know, starter and end game. But what I also need to do is grab the the pod real quick, or well, this is the actual, should be this. Is this it? Okay, so that way I have this. Is this it? Okay, and then I need to copy and paste this over here. Okay, and then we'll be good to go. But the next step that we're going to do right now in the game is return those platinum busts so they're not clogging up our inventory. Give them to Hargan. and all we want is the passive. So now we have 2 passives. So there's a lot of options in terms of like where we want to go as far as like getting extra damage, because all of these damage things are great. Getting extra accuracy is great. There's a lot of things that we can go for. Increased area effect will be good with the hammers as well, because then we can get better overlaps. But I would say at this point, because we already got that extra int that we wanted and the mana regen, so we had our requirements, I actually want to try to push with getting this extra attack speed is great, but it just takes so long to get to. But we're eventually going to have to get it. So the other areas for damage, I would say, well, we could just type in the word like attack damage, because that's what it is. But there's also like two-handed damage. There's a lot of different other options for damage. But you can also get physical leech does life, which is not bad, since we still do physical damage at the moment. Later, we can fully convert it. But I want to stack lots of AoE. Unfortunately, we have to like path towards it, and it's kind of a long area before we get good damage. So if you want to get your damage ASAP right now, these aren't bad at all. These are all great, but this locks you to two-handed, just as a heads up. Now you can play this with one-handed as well, but then you'd have to get things with like one-handed, which is like more so on this side over here. There's more like one-handed. I think there might be some other ones over here for like one-handed weapons, but it's kind of a long path before we get to get anything. So like, for example, the strength is okay right now. The jewel socket is okay, but it's genuinely going to be a while, because we have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points before anything, and then we get to get like actual like melee physical damage. We get strike range, and then we get all of the extra damage nodes that we would want over here. Because like I said, I love attack speed. We can actually maybe drop this one and go around it, but for the most part, it's just going to be a little bit of time before we get extra damage, just as like a heads up. There's a lot of times where like pathing is part of the game, and even though like I usually want to get something ASAP, you don't really have that many other options. But anyways, we're gonna now go back into our portal that we made, because we just exited the sewers. Oh, did it like move my skill or something? We need to swap back to holy hammers over here. We had shield charge inside. We don't even have a shield. We're probably not going to use a shield anymore, so I could probably drop that thing unless I get a really crazy one-hander, which is kind of unlikely. So yeah, we're going to go from the marketplace into the next zone. There's a quest item over here. Decantus Spiritus. But we'll just keep on going. Oh, there's one of the lead mechanics. It's fine. I'm not too worried about like trying to get one every single time. But if we do get another Orb of Alchemy or a Chaos Orb, that would be in our best interest. So Catacombs over here, which is located in the marketplace. Or we're going to solve the Trial of Ascendancy in this area. At the waypoint, yeah, okay. Because we're going to have to warp back there or walk back. And now I'm really glad that we solved our mana problems, because I hate being out of mana. Was it level 27? Okay. It's okay. It's not too bad for XP. Seems like once we get our damage up, this will be such a good skill. Like, just cast it one time. And we're moving into getting damage. What this is a jewel socket. These are actually fantastic, but we'd have to get the jewel to actually make use out of the jewel socket, which is an item that we have to put in. It's a really cool system. Let's see also what they're offering for rewards, because if it's currency, we're going to lock in and do it. Shields, Onslaught, Mirage. No, okay. But I like the skill. Like it feels good to use as a skill. Let's see if we can find where that trial's at. Was the druid out? The druid in Path of Exile 1, there is no druid. You're thinking of Path of Exile 2. Yeah, I've played the Druid in Path of Exile too. I like it. It's a very fun class. I just wish PoE 2 didn't have like the gender lock that they have.
An emperor cannot allow himself.
But we're in Catacombs now, and this is the Trial of Ascendancy that we're going to solve.
An emperor must bear.
Oh, is this new?
There is nothing eternal.
In the left hand.
Because there's supposed to be a lot more secrets in the game now. Okay, so we're done with this area. We just wanted that. So we're good. Get the Trial of Ascendancy done. And then we're going to go right back to the marketplace to go to the other exit. We're going to be working our way towards the docks. Go from battlefronts to the docks. Yeah, once that thing uses a power charge, it does feel really good. We could have actually two skills. I mean, we could have two different setups of 4 links, but I would say the better thing is just have one and then swap it. Unless, if you have like another Chaos Orb, hey, go for it. You get like 2 different setups of 4 links. It is worth it. Okay, so we have Battlefront to the docks. It's also a ribbon spool that you can get for like a quest item. It's not really that important though. It's like you can't really miss it. Oh, 2-stone rings. These are great for getting resistances. Alright, what do we got? Rare gloves. I mean, our gloves could definitely be better. But eventually, once we get to like Act 4, we're going to be able to have like these war cries that will give us extra AoE. It'll make these giant overlaps even better. Because even though like area effect means how big your attack hits, that will actually give you damage with this build because your overlaps are going to be much more frequent. Therefore, like instead of hitting the enemy one time with your skill, you're literally like doubling, quadrupling your damage. But like I said, the ribbon spool, it's so close to the waypoint. It's there every single time, so you can't really miss out on that little quest item. But what we're here for is the docks. The docks is where we want to go first. And then we also want to make sure we have a waypoint. If you ever want to double check to have, if you're wondering if you have that waypoint, the areas that have the blue circle have the waypoint, the ones that are blanked out. So yeah. What made me come back? There's a new season, Ray, and there's a new class ascendancy. And there's a bunch of new skills. We're basically playing like a holy paladin now. So it's really cool. A grand mana flask. Okay, I don't think we really need the mana flasks anymore. I haven't had an issue. Okay, perfect. There's Fargraves over here. That's that guy that we killed. He wants us to grab a plum, but we're not going to care too much about the plum. We're just looking for a very specific item for a quest. Yeah, like against the elites, this thing definitely feels a little bit worse against single target for now. The reason why is how it works is if we have the power charge, it does way more damage. Way more damage. And the way we get the power charges right now are on kill. But later, we're going to be able to change that. Is it 25% chance? 15% chance on kill, which is pretty low to be honest. But if we're killing like a big group, you know, and like that, I mean that's the goal of the skill is to pop a giant pack, but it's not super strong until we get some extra DPS. I almost want to get this DPS now, just to get this like 30%. I think would be pretty nice. Leech isn't necessarily bad either. You know, we can get this now. Like I said, I could spec out of it later. I just want to get as much damage as possible. Oh, there's a 3% chance for triple damage. 40% increased damage with hits against rare and unique enemies. Increased armor per sock on red. 10% evasion on main hand weapon. Okay, so we can get 40% more armor. Attacks with two-handed weapons deal 60% increased damage with hits and ailments. Ooh, but you... So you get 60% increased damage, but 10% reduced attack speed. Ah, I really hate, like, reduced attack speed. But, like, that's part of, like, the way a lot of the two-hand or heavy weapons to feel, to make them feel like they're powerful, but they're super slow. So I think I might take that. We'll get this right now and see what the numbers are looking like. So you can see our main attack, which is Holy Hammers. Right now it's 390. Is going to be with the weapon swap once we get that. But again, I can't swap my weapon right now because it's our 4-link. Once we get this item, though, we don't need this area anymore. We're done with the docks. Now we go actually back to the battlefront. I know this is where, again, Path of Exile is so confusing. And we're going to go to a different area. Augmentation, transmutation. Let's grab all of these. Oh, this is a nice big explosion. So if like they pile up, this skill feels really good because you can keep on spamming it with the bonus, which gives you like triple the damage. Oh, it's really great. Oh my gosh. Loctonial Caress also can generate the power charge, but it's fine. We also get Leech with the nodes right now, and then we'll get more damage. We're gonna get double our damage as long as we get. If we just get one more Chaos Orb or one more Orb of Alchemy.
Time loses its will in Rayclast.
Oh, the Orb of Binding can be okay too, because all we need to do now is find a rare helmet that is strength based, and then we're going to be good to go. So if we see a strength helmet, which means that it just gives us armor and nothing else, no energy shield, no anything else.
Make your wish.
A unique armor. Okay, I'm down for that. You know, I want to see what we're gonna get. The thing is that like once you get one kill, it's really easy to start a chain reaction. But we need like another source of the power charge. There's armor that converts your frenzy charge to power charges, then we can get this real easy. But then we lose out on all of our frenzy charges, so I don't know if it's actually worth it. And it also requires us to run a very specific armor, which the armor is kind of mid. So we're not going to do it that way. But it is another option. Where the heck is the thing? Is it past the gates? Oh, it's... Wait, hold on, this is stupid, because... Okay, I'm gonna say the door is like right next to the portal, and I don't know if I was gonna be able to open it. But I guess we were fine. Okay, here we go. Like, if it's power charge on hit, that'd be great, but... It's only on kill. The Ramirez Banquet is on hit, so that would give us infinite. Oh, the Face Breaker. These might be worth something. Ooh, it's 800. That's not too bad. 800 might be worth something. These items have a very big range on the roll. It's anywhere from 600 to 1,000. So obviously, like, the higher it is, the better in most cases. There's very few times where, like, lower is better, but... Maybe for some crazy build, you need a low rolled one. So we need to Solar's Temple level 2. So hopefully it'll be this way. Yeah, it looks like it's this way. What level are they here? 27 or 31? Okay, this is like basically the cutoff point for XP as well. I don't want to kill this one. And if you see the chest, you can click on them. It's not that bad to click on them. Oh, that one's too far. Too far away. It's not on the side of the wall. Oh, it's actually down and then up. Extra fire damage. Haste. Oh, okay. But like, even though he had exposure, it didn't feel like he really did any damage to us at all. I just love how we don't have any mana problems. But let's see, what do we get? Currency?
What is your
Helmets. Okay. That's nothing good. We need to get another Chaos Orb, hopefully pretty soon. Because I'm definitely feeling a lot more resistance, even against the blue and yellow enemies. That's the thing that's mattering a lot right now. The rest is not so bad though. But we are going to get more damage here as well. So what can we get? Increase. This is 12%. This is increased recovery from Leech. It's actually not bad. But this one will be nice too. Which will give us... hits have a 30% chance to ignore physical damage reduction. And half of our damage is physical right now. That's going to be nice. Alright, we got the waypoint over here, which is going to give us an item. So we can grab... we have one that has one that has dexterity. The only important part is we get the Infernal Talic. So this item over here is the one that matters. And then we actually have to go back to the sewers. So we're going to go back into the sewers. And we're going to now be able to pass through an area that we didn't have access to before. Because it was blocked off. What was a crafting recipe? Yeah, pick up all of those. So now we're at the Ebony Barracks. Now we get to go to the Lunar's Temple and then we fight a boss. Hinder Aura makes us slower, so I'm gonna peace out against that guy. Ooh. So we already got Imperial Gardens. We can get the waypoint here since I found Imperial Gardens. Don't feel like you have to go over here. I just happened to see it, so it'll make things a little bit easier. But what you can do is get the waypoint. You know what I'm going to do? It's probably not good for the playthrough. Otherwise it might get a little bit confusing because we don't go there yet. I try to make my playthroughs like as beginner friendly as possible. But like sometimes if you see a certain area, you can go towards it and get the waypoint, and then you come back to it later. Where's the what was the Mirage bonus here? Do we see it? But yeah, if we kill like 10 enemies at a time with this thing, we can blow up the whole screen. So I don't think it's that big of a deal. if we only have this as our one source. I don't see the lead mechanic anywhere. Is it down here? I'm looking for like the mechanic, but it's fine. I don't have to do it. I just want to see what the rewards were. Because ideally we try to get an upgrade before fighting the boss of the act. Alright, so now we're at another boss, so... Oh. Ooh, those guys are hitting hard. Is this right skill, right? Holy Strike, okay. I guess Holy Strike is also kind of falling off right now. It's because I think we should get a weapon upgrade. Well, I mean, to be fair, this is actually still pretty fast because we're basically two-shotting these things. It's just that I like to have very fast boss kills as well. And to kill a boss very fast you're not really supposed to do it. You know, the boss is supposed to feel like a boss. We got him down though. So maybe it's really not even that bad. It's just that like as we progressed, it just got a little bit rough.
You shall not inherit Raycast.
Alright, finally, the Lunaris Temple. And then the next one, we get a big damage upgrade. Atlas progression feels nice now that we don't have to buy specific maps. Oh yeah, you can just buy the map. Yeah, that's true. You can just run the maps. That's going to make things so much faster once we get to the end game, you know? I just need to get one more Chaos Orb, and then we'll be good to go. One Chaos Orb or Orb of Alchemy, and then we can really significantly increase our DPS. We can easily double it. Oh, this guy's spawning a bunch of stuff. Flesh Rend. I think the easiest way at the end game to get this like infinite power charge though is just to actually just play crit and run power charge on crit. It's like so easy. Because 100% crit in PoE 1 is so easy. PoE 2, that's another game, man. It's like you lucky to get like 50% crit in that game. But that game's crit multi starts off at like 100%. It starts off like really strong too. In this game, I believe it starts off at like 50%. We used to be able to get 100% crit on the Amazon class, but that got heavily nerfed. No more. What was this? 29, 32. Okay, that's not too bad. But if you didn't get access to buying the item with, let's say, the Chaos Orb like I did, the Holy Hammer, you should be able to get it in the Library of Act 3, which is coming up pretty soon. It's basically after this area. Let's see if she's offering us currency. Okay, cool. Jewelry is jewels instead? Oh, wait, hold on. Currency. Oh, there we go. Say less. I don't care about jewelry. But we could have gotten jewels, but like it's fine because I don't have the point in the jewels. But, oh, hello, Jules. How you doing? We were just talking about jewels in the game, which isn't a character, but like the actual item type. What kind did you get though, Jules? New class ascendancy. And also a bunch of paladin skills. Come on, give me one chaos orb game. Don't be stingy. Well, we have this, which will give us a lot more damage. Let's see. So our damage is 416, 462. Oh, that's a pretty decent amount. It's a nice chunky amount of damage. Oh, diamond class. This actually increases our crit. And you know what we can swap it out with? I don't think we need our mana anymore. And by the way, when it says 100% global critical strike chance, that's not actually what it does. So to kind of explain what that actually means in the game, is our crit chance is 5% right now off of our weapon, right? If I don't have any other crit, let's just say it's that. This is, whatever our crit is, it's 100%. It's like doubling it. So basically this would make, if my crit is 5%, right? Well, actually I can pop it and show you guys exactly. So our crit chance is 5. When we pop this, it'll go to 10. So it's basically doubling our crit. It's okay. Before it used to give you, like, it was way better. But it has been nerfed. Where's the enemies, though? There's no enemies over here. What the heck?
The battle has been won.
Did it say 100% more currency? What do we get? Well, what does it have on them, Jules? Like, is there a certain reason why they're so good?
I know of only one woman capable of such fabulous.
Alright, so when we pop this, we actually have like 15% crit if we have all of our like power charges up. But later we'll invest into crit. Crit isn't worth investing into in the earlier stages of the game. The reason why is you have to not only get critical strike chance, but you have to get critical strike multiplier. It's just, it's not worth it, because you can have, let's say, maybe 30% chance to do, you know, some extra damage, which isn't too bad, but you can one-shot things way more consistently anyways, so it's not really worth it. And the game hasn't dropped us a sliver of currency in a while, though. Alright, have a good one, Jules. Feel free to post that whenever. I'll check it out later. This is not PoE 2 though, Jacob. This is Path of Exile 1. Ah, okay. Well, thank you, Jules. I appreciate it. Thank you. I'll check it out when I'm not locked in. Alright. Ooh, 2 stun ring. These ones only give, I think they go up to like 24%, right? They go up, or it's, I guess 16 actually. Would be like the higher rolled one. But the reason why these are good is like, I mean, it just has a bunch of resistances. Oh, it has int. Does it have HP? It's pretty low. So our build's been really tanky, but the first ascendancy that we get is just going to make this build even way more tankier too, which is good. But this is feeling pretty good. Like over here, it feels like we're one-shotting everything again, for the most part. And as long as we have that power charge, it's gonna triple our hammers. That actually gives us 2 more hammers, so it's, I guess it's giving us an extra 66%. Oh, actually it doubles our damage too, so yeah, it's basically like triple. Well, if they get hit by everything. Oh, actually no, it'd be more than that, because it's 100% more damage. Or something like that. It's an insane amount of extra damage with that power charge. It's just kind of a hurdle that has to be jumped over to get those. Or refusing? That can randomize the fuses that are linked to the weapon. but I don't think it's worth using at all until like the end of the game. Reason why is they're kind of rare. Oh, these guys are tanky though. What was their... Oh, they had extra life. That would make sense. Like, I can instantly tell when something is, like, overtuned. Oh my gosh, that's a crazy group right there.
Ready.
That was a very dangerous area. We, like, survived real easy, but... I can't wait to get even tankier. Orb of Binding isn't too bad. What that is, again, you can take a white item and then... Oh, actually, if we see... Oh, there's a helmet with just armor over here. Hold on. We can actually grab that. It'll actually be something that we can use. So this helmet over here, see how it just says it's just white? So I can take this Orb of Binding and I can throw this on here and it's going to make it a 4-link. And it's going to make it a rare. So like our current armor, it's like pretty mid. So we can take the Leap Slam and the Herald of Ash, throw this on here. And if you remove an aura though, you have to make sure you recast it because that's really important that you make sure that your auras are always active. So that was already an upgrade. And now, instead of running this helmet, I can, well, instead of running this helmet, I can run this one. And I'm able to get a brand new weapon, which is what I've been dying to do. But ideally we get a Chaos Orb because a Chaos Orb will usually give you way, way more in terms of like damage or stats. But we'll see. Because a Chaos Orb's about 4 alchemies, roughly. Kind of depends on the... Oh, that was really dumb. We might die here. Okay. Because it was like one of those ones where it freezes you as soon as you open it up. Which, like, yeah, you can... I don't know if we have a removes freeze. Oh, we do have one. Cool. Yeah, Orbs of Binding are pretty decent. These are all like blues though. Basalt Flax. Oh, okay, that's giving us extra armor, which we can use later. Orb of Binding. And we have Animate Weapon. Okay. This is a 2-handed mace. Woo! But is it going to be good? Probably not. Let's see, though. Just for funsies. Yeah. Honestly, it's so hard to beat our current one right now unless we just go, like, buy it. Oh, we got an extra point. You know, getting this increased with Leech isn't too bad. It's also giving us damage, but... what is it? 2 points? It's 24. What is this? These are 12% anyways. You know, I don't even mind getting the accuracy because we're going to need to get it. Now, we can also get 3% chance to deal triple damage, which is actually pretty good. The hits against rare and unique enemies, I think this is really worth it because I really feel like our damage is, like, not very good on, like, the rares. This one's kind of cool, but then it has a 10% reduced attack speed, so it's like a hell no for me. I hate feeling slow. This one's actually pretty good, too, though. The chance to deal triple damage, but I prefer consistency. Holy Hammer's just upgrade. That's good. But yeah, eventually we're going to swap off the amulet because the amulet's very mid in terms of like what else it offers. Because all it's giving us is we can't really benefit off that frenzy charge at all. So it's basically it gives us some dex in it, but that's like an implicit that we can get anywhere else. So it's 8% life and 15% chance to get a friend or a power charge on
I
kill.
see it now, Wonder Child. You are but a reflection, a mirror that I must now break.
Oh wow! Whoa, that was a lot of. Whoa, that's like way too much damage. Like way too much. That was like unreasonable amounts of DPS. Okay, like what is that? Okay, what is my fire res? Hold on. I have 46. Okay, it's not like terrible. I mean, it could if we were taking 30% less damage. Yeah, that'd be pretty nice.
You have no idea!
Pretty sure these will teleport you. Let's see now. She's like halfway down already. That thing just does way too much damage though. Because like, there's no way they expect you to have 75 on all res right now. It's the area level 30. Yeah, this is like actually really, really tough. We almost got her down. Like I said, I think they took some notes from Diablo. They just decided to make the game just like a lot harder. This way it keeps people more engaged in the game. Because the game, it definitely is pretty easy if you engage in like the trade. But the only important thing is that you get the tower key. And also there is a crafting recipe over here. And we might actually use the lightning damage because that's the damage that will probably end up scaling towards the end of the game. Alright, so we have a bunch of trash in our inventory that we can get rid of. That's actually not too bad. Let's see, what does this give us? 1 to 5. It gives us attack speed. So let's give us 6 to all attributes. Oh, this one gives us a bunch of int and 8 HP. This is giving us, that's like 40 HP. That's kind of nice. But this does give us fire and cold res. Are we not capped out? Our cold res is, we need to do more lightning res and fire res. That's perfect. This one might be something we can mess around with. So let's see. This one's giving us dexterity. This is 1 to 2 physical damage to attacks. This is 2 to 5. Okay, this one's a little bit better. And then this one is energy shields. So we're going to use this one. So we have extra int. Oh, that's physical cold. 2 life per enemy hit with attacks. That also gives us intelligence, which is kind of nice. Which would let us upgrade our clarity gem, which we don't really need to upgrade. But that extra damage is actually quite nice. So it's 372. Ooh, a decent amount of extra DPS over there, though. Because it's physical damage. It does give us some extra resistances, too. I wouldn't mind. I mean, yeah, we're going to lose 50-something HP, but I think overall it's going to be worth it to get more damage. And then I don't want to upgrade Clarity, though. It's fine. Herald of Ash, does it require, like, int? Okay, we can get another one if we really need it. And then it'll also increase its numbers. So now what we can do is we can gain... this is going to apply, like, a curse to the enemy. Or we can get another aura, but like, I don't really have too much room for... things. Right now we kind of have fire and lightning damage. We can take this, but we can't actually use this if we take it. What's most of our damage right now? So if we go to damage, so on offensive damage we have on this skill, it's a bunch of lightning damage mostly. Okay, so if it's mostly lightning damage, we can get conductivity. There's a bunch of like rewards here. Let's see if there's any newer ones to grab. Cyclone is basically whirlwind if you prefer that playstyle. But the one that I would say is probably the best is conductivity, but we can't even run it because we don't have the... There's really no point. I mean, elemental weakness would probably be the better one, but it requires us to have 77 int, and we're kind of far away from that, so... but if I had to choose one, like I would get elemental weakness, and then I would just level it up.
Go with courage.
But let's see what else we can get for our items. I forgot which NPC you can do. Is it Clarissa here? We can identify all the items, and then let's go sell our items to her. See if we get anything good. Well, we definitely need an upgrade on belt. That belt is overdue for an upgrade. We can just throw this on it and see if this is better. What is it? 16 mana? Oh, this one gives us some resistances. It's pretty bad overall, though. Like, we can get a much, much better one. Let's see. 16 dex. Okay. Get a much better one on that as well. Let's see. We increase cold. No, that's not really that great. I mean, this is a multiplier, so it is more armor, but I liked having double flasks right now. I think it's okay. We don't really need to get that one. We can't really swap our amulet for a long time until we're level like 60, unless I want to go crit, which I don't want to go. Our sash is so bad though. The belt.
Watch yourself.
These items we can sell for. Let me see if I can. Oh, do they have like asynchronous trade? I forgot what those are called. Oh, I have to access the NPC, right, to list them for that. We have 1 alchemy still. Okay, so with our 1 alchemy, since we have the tower key, we're gonna go back actually to the where is it? The Ebony Barracks. Then we're gonna get to Imperial Gardens. But the thing that I would want to upgrade is I want to upgrade our weapon. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna attempt to upgrade our weapon right now. So right now our weapon is like 100, I believe it's 120 DPS, because again, you take all the damage numbers, you add them all up, and then you divide it by 2, and then you multiply it times the attacks per second. So let's go ahead and go to the Path of Exile trade website, and let's see if we can get something better for a 1 Orb of Alchemy. So what we're looking for is, again, any 2-handed melee weapon, and it has to be a staff or a mace. We have Orb of Alchemy, we have 1 to pay, and then we are also going to check our level 34. We could technically go to 35 for it, so we're going to put in level requirements 35 max, and then we're going to hit search, and then we're going to sort by DPS. Unless it's chaos damage, it's all pretty much like scalable, so we can basically double our DPS with the sword, but remember, we can't use sword. Staves work, but this is cold lightning. I guess it's not too bad. You also have extra block, but this is chance to block spell damage. Chance to shock chilled enemies. So I guess if we chill the enemy, that's not too bad. That's avoid being shocked while chilled. It's a very strange condition. We also get some extra crit. Ooh, actually 10% crit wouldn't be bad, because that that would work, because they would actually get like 20-ish% crit. This is actually not bad. So the Stormheart might be a pretty decent item for us, surprisingly. Let's go. Oh, you know what? This one lets us travel to the hideout, which is good. This has what's called asynchronous trade. Do I have gold? I have enough gold to get it. And I want to show you guys how this works. But what this means is I'm going to teleport towards their hideout. So I'm gonna do this, and this way I don't have to wait for them to trade. It makes the trading so much better in the game. But at the same time, it costs gold. Now, you can use gold to get like random items from NPCs, so gold's not really that important. Oh, these are actually quite nice too to get. It adds a bunch of chaos damage during any flask fight. These are actually quite nice because they give us extra movement speed too. These are great, but if I really want to increase my DPS, it's 100% this.
Every dog has his day.
So we need to put Herald of Ash somewhere and Leap Slam. I don't have room though, so I can drop these two though. I don't have to have these in, so because there's always going to be a give and a take. So let's check out how much damage we deal. Sometimes if it doesn't show up correctly, just move and then it'll be fine. So we do 434, and we basically double our DPS. That's awesome. And then we can also get our old item. Sometimes people's hideouts are really confusing. You don't know where the waypoint is. It's really annoying. So we're gonna go back to. Well, we'll go back to town first, and I'll get rid of this item and see if we can list it for like an Orb of Alchemy. If it does, cool. And I think maybe we can relist this. This way we can get some Orb of Alchemies. I guess I could have just reset the whole thing, but it's fine. So that way we can sell that item. And then now we have way more DPS, and we can still use the skill because, again, it's really important to check what skill, well, because it's Holy Hammers, so it requires a scepter or staff, and this does say at the top, it's a staff. So it's really good that we check that. So now Once again, we're going to go back to the Ebony Barracks and go to the Imperial Gardens. And then you may have to reactivate some of your buffs. It should be to the right of the waypoint. Oh, there we go. But now once we activate that crit, our crit's going to go up a lot higher. Oh, we have 37% chance to crit. Wow, hold on. This is like, at this point, like, I can almost run a power charge on crit. So I think once we get to level 60, though, I probably won't even run Ramirez Banquet because I could just get a staff that has very high crit. Or any two-handed weapon. The reason why I would prefer to run two-handed. Ideally, though, I would say staff is ideal, but there's a lot of mace increased area of effect ones that are really nice to have, too. So there's always going to be a give and a take with anything. But, like, the fact that we get this much crit is fantastic. Like, you know, 37% chance to deal, what's our multiplier? 150% damage. That's not bad at all. Does this give us crit multi, too? Oh, it's just a lot of crit. The waypoint over here. Now there is an optional quest in the library if you want to get some extra gems. It's not bad. I would say it's okay if you want to get it, but at this point, what do we got for this part of replacement? It's like an hour. Yeah, we're just gonna go finish the act. But there is one thing that like is critical that we do here, which is the Trial of Ascendancy, so we can complete all of our trials. This is a little plum device. We don't need to activate or interact with it at all. We just want the Trial of Ascendancy and then the final boss of the act, and then we finish the act. Go in here. When you get hit by those things, it makes you move hella slow. There's nothing you can do about it. If you get hit by, I mean, ideally you can go really slow, but it's not really worth it. Just go fast, take the damage, pop a potion, you'll be okay. And then we gotta look for the actual exit, which might be over here. Let's see if we, I don't think it'll be past this though, yeah. Yeah, this thing feels super good when it one-shots, man. It just clears up the whole screen. It's just... he wants to buy our item that we listed in our stash, and you guys can see how the trade works. But don't worry too much about like learning how to trade. It's not really something super important right now, because again it requires what's called the premium stash tab, which actually is something we'll talk about a little bit later. So we're gonna go grab our item that he wants to buy that we listed for 1 Orb of Alchemy. So we'll go teleport towards him by clicking on the little blue swirl next to his name, and that just teleports us right towards him. And then we just right click and go to trade, and then we hold control and we left click on the item. He's going to put the Orb of Alchemy, and boom, we've just completed our first sale. And then we just leave the party, and you can type in like thank you, but it's like it's not a big deal. Just move on. It's going to be much faster. And then with this Orb of Alchemy, we can maybe get an upgrade. Oh, dude, this thing sucks. What we should be getting in our stash, I actually don't mind getting a rustic stash. The reason why, oh, this guy wants to buy another item. We can get another Orb of Alchemy. Cool. So we'll go ahead and wait for him, and then we can look at items while we're waiting. So the item that I would want is, we still want to get a belt. What I want is a belt, and I want to have as much resistances, total percent resistances, and we'll go to his hideout. Hopefully the stash will be there. Sometimes you go to someone's hideout, you better have the item because like their stash is so far away. Okay, his wasn't this bad. This is Limb Splitter, and then we go here, we go right click and we go to trade, and then left click on the item. He puts in the Orb of Alchemy, we put in that, and boom, it's done. Sometimes you just gotta lower the price of an item. So yeah, let's go ahead and see for 1 Orb of Alchemy, what's the most amount of total resistance we can get. Ideally though, this is the item that will give us so much more DPS. It's called Prism Weave. It'll go down in price to like 1 Chaos Orb. Oh, it's already there. Okay, someone already is buying. It's fine. It's not that big of a deal. But oh, we have to have gold here. One thing that's annoying is like, I don't like it how like in the very beginning they're really stingy with the gold in the game, and like you have to do a trade. So at the top over here, there's Whisper and there's a Whisper and there's in-person buyout. So like I can only do in-person online on League. This is the only way to do it because I don't have the gold to just teleport and get the item immediately. I do want the rustic sash though. Oh, what's this? Enemies poison can't do crits. It does give us chaos res, but okay, there's really nothing that's really good here. Let's see. This is it's giving us some extra HP, but I wanted it to be specifically, let's say, a rustic sash, right? So I can type in, or I go to search, I can type in rustic sash, and this will only show the rustic sashes that have like that resistance, and like this one's giving HP. Does ours even give HP? Ours is so trash. Okay, so we can definitely replace it. Ideally, it would have more damage, but let's see. Increased projectile damage, deals 50 chaos damage per second. Wait, what? It's actually not even that bad at all. 50 chaos per second? I kind of want to mess with this. What else do we get? We get, reduced flash charges gain. Okay, but we get increased duration, so there's like a... That's not actually that bad. I think that that's worth it. Oh, this rolls to 30 to 30? Oh, it's always... Oh, it's negative 32, negative 30? Like it's always negative 30? Okay. Well, either way, I guess the only thing that rolls on this is the chaos res. So the rest is... I wouldn't mind trying this thing out. I just want to try it out. Oh, it's not... He's not online anymore. Sometimes there's a new like buff or there's a new item that I wouldn't mind just trying out. So it always rolls 50 exactly, because you can mouse over and you can see what it rolls. But this is 13. They're basically the same. This one's like better by 1 cold res, but I just want to try it out, see if it's any good. And the other thing we could upgrade maybe is the gloves. The boots, they have HP, which isn't too bad. But the helmet is pretty weak right now too. But it has 4 of our links right now. So we just whispered those 2 guys, and hopefully we'll get this. And then if they don't, then let's see, what else can we get? Let's get the one that has the most amount of resistances. This is okay. It's a little bit lower in damage. Oh, hold on. This is an increase in damage. Yeah, this is great too. You can grab this. Just anything is better than what we have right now. Ours right now is so bad. This one's actually quite nice because it's 77 HP. Yes, this is really good for 1 alch, because that's going to increase our HP by quite a bit. So yeah, we can grab that, and then the other upgrade would be a helmet. Or, I don't know if we can get armor, but since we're just waiting for this guy because he's going to take a second, we can also throw this in and just go to body armor, and then once again we just go to hit search, and we just oh, what did I put in? So, oh, there's no rustic sash body armor, that's why. Okay, cool. And then we have a much better. Yeah, it looks like we have 1,000 HP and we have resistances. That definitely was a good upgrade. So let's go ahead and get rid of this now. And we have 1 more Orber Alchemy, so we can maybe get 1 more item.
Be well.
So let's see what has the most amount. So now we can get 494, but it's not like that much of a difference. If it had like 100 plus life, then I'd be like, okay, that's a nice little upgrade that we can get. But let's scroll down, because like right now we have this armor. That's just this one might have like a little bit higher roll. It's not really that big of a deal. We don't need this. But now we'll get just a smidgen of damage and mostly just a better amount of HP. We could get a better helmet that has HP and more armor. That wouldn't be too bad. But it has to be specifically for socketed, and they need to be all red. But that's not that difficult. So we just need to look for a helmet that has... we're just going to type in armor. Minimum 100. And then let's see if we can get a helmet upgrade. We also need it to be 4 linked. Now, I don't care what the colors are, because if it's armor, it's not going to be that difficult. Oh. They are not even rare armor. Okay. This one has 17 HP, but it doesn't look like they have that much armor. Like, 150 is, like, pretty much it. What we could also do is buy another one that's a white one, right? I can get a white one and then re-roll it, and then see if I can get lucky with one of these. Like, if this is armor, let's give us maximum energy shield. If this is a other armor, we get reflect damage. It's fine. I don't really feel like RNGing. I'd rather just buy the thing, because there was just nothing that was good in the market, and that happens sometimes. What's up, Lycan? You want us to organize some stash tabs? Well, like right now, I don't mind keeping the stuff in the inventory if I want to like use it, and if it's just garbage, I'll just get rid of it. So it looks like it's going to be all the way to the right this time. Or it could be right here. I'm looking at this little area over here. But yeah, if you want to go to the library and find these like 4 pages, you can get extra gems that you may be able to use for like a very specific build. You might actually be able to get this skill, Holy Hammers, but I'd recommend just get like a Chaos Orb, or you'll have to collect 4 Orb Alchemies and then you'll get it. I just want to try to progress since this is kind of a little bit longer than what I would say is normal, because like usually this takes me like under 50 minutes to get Act 2 done and explain it. It's just that because we're going into the side areas, it's making the play session a little bit longer. But if you prefer Holy Strike, it's fine. I mean, we're scaling basically the same things. It's just an attack, it's lightning damage. Do I have a video on just how to craft? I have the basics, but you're stuck on aim game. So what are you trying to craft? Like, honestly, with crafting, I would look up how to craft and, like, look up what you're crafting. But most of the time, if you're new to crafting, I would probably say that you're better off just trading for the item, unless you're trying to craft an absolute perfect item, and you're super, super wealthy.
You've done well. Make your wish.
The reason why I say that is because a lot of times, there are a lot of crafts that can be deterministic, but they cost so much in terms of prefixes or suffixes can't be changed. So unless you're trying to craft like a several divine item, most of the time it's going to be better just to buy it. But like, for example, if you're looking for like a how to craft like Toxic Rainbow or how to craft Lightning Arrow Bow, I mean, a lot of people make them and they'll sell their failed ones for like relatively cheap, and it won't be perfect. Because the perfect one is obviously, you know, it's like mirror level, but we're only in the 2nd day right now, because it's past midnight right now, of the league. But yeah, what are you trying to craft? I can probably try to point you in the right direction. I mean, usually I get an item that is fractured, and then you can hit it up with an essence. And then that way, there's a little bit more of control, because the fracture is going to be the stat that never changes, right? And then you have the essence, which is going to be guaranteed. So you have 2 stats guaranteed on the item. So you buy an item with a fracture base that you want, or you can use one of the orbs. But one of the orbs to fracture the thing is like a 1 in 4 chance. So, but if the item already has 4 good stats, then you're good to go. But I don't know like, how far you want to go with crafting, because in Path of Exile, you could take a white item and craft it all the way up. Now, is it viable? Not really. The reason why is you're better off buying an item, usually from, like, I'd say 90% of the people that are interested in crafting just buy a fractured item, which is an item that has one of the lines that will never change. You can keep on crafting on it, and that one line will always stay the same. So you get that to be something that you want. And then you also get the essences, because essences are a couple chaos apiece, and you guarantee that 1 mod on the item, and then you can also craft another mod, so you have 3 out of the 6 rolls already perfect. And what you can also do, depending on what slot it is, you can use the Eldritch currency and only reroll prefixes or only roll suffixes. So if you take an essence plus a fracture of 2 prefixes or suffixes, and you can craft on the other thing, you could just keep on using the Eldritch currency and only reroll the half of the item, and it's guaranteed to reroll every single time and not touch the other things. So there's lots of different ways that you can craft. Yeah, honestly, there's probably not going to be any good video, as far as I'm aware of, on Path of Exile that's going to be like, here's a generic crafting video. I do have crafting videos up that go over like best body armor for, let's say, a evasion base, but there's not going to be a one video that covers everything. It'd probably be like 50 hours long, and I'm not even over exaggerating, to go over like the best bow. The best bow, you would also have to niche niche it down to the best lightning arrow, the best like cold. You'd have to find out exactly what type of you'd have to let me know, and I would try to help you out as much as I can with that. I'm gonna increase attack speed per enemy. That's not too bad. I mean, like if there's like 3 enemies, it's like 15% attack speed. That's probably a pretty solid one to actually grab. And then we'd also get, you know what, I'm going to grab these. I don't think these are that bad at all, just so we can get some extra damage in right now. But this is, we're almost at the point where we get to free the Scion, if we didn't have it unlocked already. Red mouse. So this is where the Scion would be.
I offered the gift of exile, and you used it to reinvent yourself. I couldn't wish for a more potent instrument.
Ooh, that was a lot of damage. All these were a lot of damage. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. This is why I hate melee. It's always so dangerous going in, man. And also like visual clutter. 'Cause, like if I was sitting far away, I'd be like chilling. Like we have pretty good gear too. I mean, the gloves are probably questionable at this stage of the game, but.
Have you ever seen the true face of God, Exile? Die!
So one thing you want to watch out for is that the laser, and also when he does a slam, it could do a lot of damage as well. But try not to stand inside the lightning, because that will cause what's called a shock to your character. And also when he shoots out the ghosts, try not to stand in them for too long. It does damage. It'll add up. So when he does that, you can move out of the way. It's this little slam, but I was kind of testing out if we can tank it, and it looks like we're totally fine. Because like I said, I wanted to make this like a super tanky Paladin build.
The touch of God! Shrink not from God! This world is an illusion, Exile.
But the one thing with bosses, they usually have a lot of resistances, so you'd want to run something that can make the resistances get penetrated. That's a lot of damage. We'll be fine. We'll just attack and move. And eventually do this thing where he has a bunch of blood that comes out of the sky, and you want to stand inside the circle. Because when I first saw this, I thought you had to stand outside, right? Because that kind of makes some sense. Our damage is really good right now. Like, I'm feeling like it's super solid.
I prefer the view.
And then once we kill him, we just go through the aqueduct, and that will wrap up the
I killed the puppy.
act. We just need to get to Act 4 now.
His master.
Let's keep it going. I can't wait till we get even more crit. Like it seems like it's actually pretty chill to get this crit, because we don't even have crit in the amulet. We can get so much crit in the amulet as well. We can crit in the amulet, we can get diamond rings, and I think we can bump up our, like with the diamond flask up. Oh, he wants to buy this item, cool. I don't think I have access to this act yet, so it's gonna put me back in this one, but it's fine though. So we invited him to the party, and then we're gonna go grab the item, and he wants to buy this life sprig. And we're gonna go to him. Alright. But hello, Jay. Alright, let's get this extra orb of alchemy. And roughly about 4 will be Wait, where did it even put that portal? Did it put it in Act 3? I believe it does, because it's still part of Act 3. But yeah, if you collect about roughly 4 orb alchemies, sometimes prices do fluctuate for like the trade of currency, but that'll get you the gem, because I know we bought the gem instead of getting it as like a reward from a quest. So that's like one thing that you can do. You can also buy it off of some of the NPCs eventually. Right now, it said that on Templar you can get it in Act 3, but a lot of the things weren't listed because it's brand new. What, this is new? Oh, it's just a corrupted area. I just didn't remember there ever being like a sewer thing. I wonder if that's one of the newer areas. Because they said they added a lot of new areas through the campaign. I just really didn't see them. Yeah, if we get 50% crit, and then we have power charge on crit at like 50-60%. It's not bad, that's like 25% chance on hit, because right now it's on kill, which is obviously a little bit more rough. Kill this big giant chicken over here. 100-foot shadow. Wow, holy. That was very impressive that we killed that. So, you know what I think happened is we had so many overlaps of this thing, and once we get those additional power charges, we're going to be able to get these big overlaps that can hit the thing like 3-4 times. Because it's going to give you 2 additional ones, and then if there's extra enemies, you can actually spawn in enemies with this one flask. It could be actually something to consider, because it summons more of those, and you're getting so much more damage when you have that power charge, that it could be worth it. But yeah, I know that this build is going to go crazy once we get to the maps, because I've seen the potential of this skill, and I haven't even seen people use power charge on crit. I think Ramirez Banquet is what a lot of people were using, because that item was kind of higher in price today, because I thought of that as well for power charges, but there's a huge downside of it. But I don't even think we need to worry about it, because we can actually get a lot of crit if we can get an item that has a decent amount of crit. Even just with a diamond flask over here, we can get additional crit as well. But looking at real quick what other things can have for crit, so I would look for any two-handed melee weapon, and then I would just look for like the crit chance. Where's critical chance? Let's look at 10 crit, and let's just see for like right now it's kind of early on in the game, but let's say like just 50 chaos orbs. What can we get for the most amount of DPS? So we can get like a 5, because 800 is about like what you would get as like a really high DPS weapon, but there's only 5 chaos orbs. Okay, so chance to bleed is kind of worthless. Summon greater harbinger. I don't know how good that thing is. Block attack. Okay, that's a pretty good thing. What's the block chance already? Oh, this is only block spell. But another 5% block damage over time multiplier for bleed. Oh, it's based on bleed. Oh, the awesome thing is it's based on crit. So it gives you like almost 12% crit. That's a huge amount of crit. Because once we get our class ascendancy, this is what it will look like. And so in the very beginning, we get to select this one. Like, you have to select this one first. None of these are really like, I mean, this is kind of nice to get 20% movement speed is definitely great. But the Ravenous skill, I guess enemies display their monster category. Oh, I think Ravenous, okay, yeah, it consumes a corpse. Then it gives you a buff that gives you more damage to that enemy, and then also take less damage. It's actually a pretty interesting skill to get 20% more damage and take 20% less damage, but it's only of that monster type. So if you get like sea witches, or let's say beasts, or any sort of like type, it's interesting to get, and it also gives you 23 chaos res, which is kind of nice. But the one that we're going to go for, I think is like objectively one of like the stronger choices in the very beginning, is the Brass Dome. Now, there is a downside where you have no energy shield, but like we don't play with energy shield, so it doesn't really matter. And then we just get an armor, like we could literally also just run the Brass Dome, or just get any body armor that has crazy high amount of armor, and it gets multiplied times 2. It's doubling your body armor, and it gives you 3 to maximum all res, which is very massive. And you don't take any damage from crits, which is one of my favorite things ever. So this thing is going to be massive for us once we get the brass dome. And then over here, we can also get frenzy charges. There's a lot of options. Anyways, we're going to do that on our next part, because what we're going to do in the next part is we're actually going to go back to Act 3. So in part 4, Act 4, interestingly enough, we go back to Act 3 because we finished the Trial of Ascendancies, which open up a secret. This is where, again, like, how is someone supposed to know you just finished Act 3, you got to go back to in town and a secret thing opens up? And how those things opened up are all because we've done what's called these trials. And you see the first one, they want you to be about level 33, and it tells you exactly which ones you need to do. These are all things for the super class. So you can see where these are at. If you guys haven't done them, or you, for whatever reason, forgot to click on the thing, you can see where they're at. But next time we're going to start off the play session doing this, and then we start off on Act 4, because we want to get that super class for doubling armor. I mean, just getting another 300 armor is fantastic. And then we get more max res. So we get 3% to maximum elemental resistances, which is lets us go over 75, which is the max. And then also there's another thing on the tree that I was going to get that gives us another 2%. Now, every additional percent above, this gives us another 1%. So we're going to get 3, that's going to be 5, 6. So instead of 75 being max res, we go to 81% to max res, which is crazy amounts of extra resistances. And this will also help out with survivability a lot. And since we're going to go down this way anyways to get this to give us extra AoE, which is essentially going to give us more damage for overlaps, but we're probably going to need to get crit instead of like some of the other nodes that I grabbed, because I didn't even think about like the stabs having such a high crit, a base crit, right? A base crit meaning that the item itself, like this is base crit is already 11 or 10.71, but that's already so strong that we can actually probably scale crit. And there's probably a lot, like crit multi is really great as well. I think crit multi is better than most things. I was interested originally in going for maces because there is, where is it? Increased area of effect. I was going to get all this increased area effect, but staves actually have a really good thing that you can get over here, which is you have increased critical strike chance with staves, and then there's also critical strike multiplier, which is your multiplier of the crit. But we can get a lot of different things. But basically, the reason why I like staves as well is because you get all of this block, and the block is actually so godly, because block means you just take no damage, which is really good. But anyways, that's going to wrap up Part 3, Act 3, and we'll resume in Part 4, but we're going to actually go and start off over here. Am I getting sick, dude? I've been sick for I don't know how long, but I don't know. I still have like a cough, but like I'm still good, like 100%. It's a solo multiplayer game. Oh, this game, Jay, is flicker striking. Oh, you can't even hit. What's that called? Holy Hammer? What's our skill called? Holy Hammer. Holy Hammer. But I want to use a hammer, a mace, because it's like the fantasy of the Paladin is not a staff, but it's fine. There's nothing I can do about it. Maybe we can get a skin that's like looks like a hammer. But if this thing is only 5 Chaos Orbs and it hits for this much on crit, what's the most amount of? That's the most amount of DPS that we can get. Oh, that's a high amount of crit. Let's say we get 9. Is there like no maces? It was just any two-handed melee weapon. I guess for that price. Let's remove the price out of the equation. What's the max? It's still this staff. This staff is just the best. Oh, it's just because it's corrupted with lightning damage. Okay. I mean, like the best staff in the game for us is 5 Chaos Orbs. Oh, that's pretty good. But the thing is this whole staff, I mean, okay, these are 2 good stats, but the rest of it doesn't do anything. Is there another good staff? Fired, can you recommend any staffs? Ooh, there's one right here. It's 2, wait, was it 2? 3 Chaos Orbs? Oh, damn it. And it's got crit multi on it. Wait, does this have crit multi too? No, no crit multi. It's crit. It's damage over time multiplied from bleed from crits. So I don't know if we can just go. It doesn't really make sense to play the hammered in a bleed build though. But like all the Sarked gems are supported by level 1 chance to bleed. So I don't know if there's any sort of synergy that we can use with it. The Brutus Lead Sprinkler is good? Brutus Lead Sprinkler, okay. I'll look that up as well. Brutus Lead Sprinkler? Is that like the name of the item? Ah, okay. Thank you, thank you. This, okay. So we have... Oh, damage per 10 strength. Oh, and then become like a strength stacker? What can you get as far as strength, though? Because even if we... Okay, so this is a one-hander. Oh, wait, can you run 2 of these? Would you run 2 of these, though? Fireheart? It's got a lot of attack speed, too. Damn, that's a huge amount of attack speed. And then we can run a shield, too, so it still fulfills that Paladin fantasy, which is something that I kind of wanted to do. But, like, the damage would require us to, like, kind of scale into, you know, that strength. Like, I'm trying to think of what our strength would be. We'd have like 320 strength by the time we finish our tree. So what does that equal up to? 3. Is this the max? Oh, that's the max. Are we winning? What's up, Shaky? We're doing pretty good. I like this build, this Holy Hammer build. I'm trying to do some math before I like hop off because it's like 6 a.m. for me. But 4 to 7. So like okay, what was it per 10 strength? So that's what's it? 4 plus 7. Divided by 2, 5.5. So it's like 5.5 damage. And that's what, per 10? What is that, times 30? 165? So it's plus 160. Unless you have... unless you have, like, 1,000 strength. This at like 5 this is like 5 almost 600 DPS. It's pretty hard to beat, but you can run 2 of these, right? Oh, I didn't factor that in. Hold on. 165 plus you have, well, this is like 112. So it's like, yeah, it's actually pretty close. So it'd be 277 times 2. Let's say we had 2 of these. It'd be 544. So it's like pretty close in DPS. But we also get the increased, what, elemental damage, increased physical damage, but this is only increasing that. It's pretty easy to get 600 strength, is it? I mean, this is also a really cheap item, so thanks for letting me know about it. I'll definitely consider. Do you think we should run 2 of these? Or do you think people only run 1? What's up, Red Draco? Right now we're just looking at items before hopping off. I don't think do I have any currency? If I had like, oh, I have 3 Orb Alchemies. But by tomorrow, I think a lot of stuff will go down in price anyways. We don't like the only upgrade. The biggest upgrade would be probably gloves, because I have no HP. Scepters can be dual wield. Yeah, you can dual wield the scepters. So yeah, we could run 2 of them. But, what is it? 277 times 2. What did I multiply times 2 for? I mean, I don't see these going up like crazy in price. Oh, these have increased critical strike chance, too. Oh, these have crazy crit. It's like 9% crit. Oh, but thank you so much for mentioning this item, because, like, now I'm looking at this, I'm like, okay, this is not bad at all. But it is all fire damage, and we're kind of lightning damage, because it converts 50% of physical to lightning, but... Well, what does this skill say? It does lightning damage, right? It's 50% of physical converted to lightning. Yeah, the first hammer does 100% more damage. Oh, it goes up to 2 times, but I don't know if this goes up. Let me look up QB DB Holy Hammer. Yes, Allison, this is PB1. Let's see, what does it scale? Can it go up more? So I know you get more damage when you use the power charge, but does it ever give you more? Holy Hammer's so no matter what, it only cascades up to 2 times. That's like its max. Okay. But it still clears out pretty damn good, though. What's the base damage? So it's like 5% per... Might not be good for Holy Hammer, since less physical. Well, I mean, like, it would still get all the fire damage, though, right? Like, or do you think we should scale everything into lightning? But I like this idea because the crit strike chance is, like, really good. And then we can still have a shield. And then we have something else that we can, like, kind of infinitely scale. But yeah, that amount of crit is really good. Is there any other good one-handed items? Let's go see. For this, let me see. Let's go to filters. Let's go to one-handed weapon. Oh, I don't need to be like a melee weapon, but well, the thing is that like it has a certain category. So Volconus looks like it's pretty good. Some of the claws get pretty crazy too. But I think it has to be. Is it maze? What is it? Because you have to use a very specific skills with it. So it's mace scepter. So it's mace scepter. So we go to mace. Any one-handed mace. Oh, one-handed mace scepter counts as a. Oh, that works then. It was it. Mace scepter or staff. Okay. So the highest DPS one that you can get is 300. So it's like half. But oh, the crit's 14. Oh Jesus, hold on. It's cheap too. Oh whoa. This one's got a good price of 1C. Okay, so we get increased Ellie. We get big physical damage. Increased attack speed. I like that. Oh, physical is converted to lightning. Then we have 100% conversion. Every 16 seconds, you gain elemental overload. Wait, hold on. You get another bonus. I gotta like check out what these are. Though. Okay, so elemental overload. Isn't that like a ascendancy? Oh wait, hold on. There's a bad thing. Hold on. Skills that deal critical strikes deal 40% more elemental damage. Your critical strikes don't deal extra damage. Ailments never count from being from crits. Well, I don't really care about the ailments that much. I mean, the shock is probably good. But if they've dealt... Okay, so it's like a 40% more damage. I don't think that's that bad, though. Like, it is kind of bad. If you scale crit multi, which I was going to do, but the critical strike chances 14 is like so godly. Holy jeez, that is crazy. That's pretty hard to beat. That is really hard to beat. So that might be something to consider, because we could still run a shield and then we can go even crazier. This is a great idea to look this up. I like this. I'll probably go with this because it's a super cheap item, so it's like beginner friendly, right? Because I always try to like make my builds like budget friendly, so it's super budget friendly. It gives you 100% conversion, so you don't even have to run a different gem setup. And then 100% increased physical damage while you have Resolute Technique. Wait, what is Resolute Technique? Oh, so it prevents all of your crit. Isn't that you can never crit? But how would you even... Does it say you can't deal critical strikes? Or you can't deal critical strike damage? Never deal critical strikes. But you can still... So how does this work? You can still get a critical strike? Because otherwise that item wouldn't really make sense. Because, like, that's not that far away from the tree. But this means, like, we can't get crits. But that means for 8 seconds we do big DPS. And then, well, it's 40% more damage. So it is a pretty nice multiplier. But that amount of critical strike chance is, like, so godly. Like, that is, like, unheard of levels of crit. What's the max that you can get to? Oh, you can get up to 100%. What's the most amount of crit? It's, like, near 15, right? Oh, what's this? This is a different item. Oh, no, it's the same thing. Oh, these just have... Do these just have corruption? No, it's not corruption. It's just, I guess, a high roll on increased physical damage. Ah, okay. You can run Trinity as well if got both fire and lightning. I would have to get cold, though, right? Oh, cold damage on the rings. Okay. Why one-handed aren't saves? A ton of crit? Yeah, there is a bunch of stuff on the tree, Shuki. But, like... Do you think it's going to beat that amount of base crit, though? Like, 14% base crit is so crazy. I was also thinking about getting this, though. That's, like, not too bad. Because, I mean, we could already run Ramirez. But that's still running a ring that's, like, basically trash, though. Like, let me look at this ring. Let me look at the Ramirez, because I'm pretty sure it's trash, isn't it? Banquet. Ramirez Banquet. Let's check out this. It is... Okay, so the accuracy's good. You got... Is 20 crit multi the most? Okay, so you can get 25 crit multi. Physical, but we're not going to really do physical. It's giving us some crit on it. Yeah, I was originally going to go staff, but, like, after looking at this item is, like, really cool. Because it's cheap. It gives you... I guess crit multi isn't, like, bad that we have to skip out on, but... Okay, there's a rare over here that has... Okay, let's go to rare. So I feel like it's going to be impossible to get to, like, 15. Oh, it's like 11 for 2. That's pretty crazy. But, like, for this price, too, it's, like, really crazy that they're, like, you know, 5, 10 chaos for similar. But I think I don't know, 15 crit is crazy, though. It really is, like, so big. Because I was originally going to run power charge on crit. That's why I wanted so much crit. Because I want to get 100% crit, which in PoE 1, and it's really not that hard to do. So that's why I was, like, looking at this item. I was like, oh, it's got, like, 11% crit. That's, like, more than 10, which is really big. And well, I don't have a divine right now, but if I guess we get a corruption with flat damage on top of it, that's pretty good. And also with staff, you do get the block, which is quite nice. But it's all physical damage. But we could also run physical to lightning, and then it already converts 50% of it, and then we can get the rest of it to convert over, so that's pretty good. RT makes you unable to crit, so the crit doesn't matter at that point. Oh, we would still need critical strike chance, though, right, Shiki? The reason why we want critical strike chance is because we have to still get that crit in the first place. But the thing is that most of the crit nodes, right, in the game, like if I type in crit, most of the crit nodes, actually I hate looking at the in-game one, so I like looking at this. Most of the crit strike chance also is crit multi, like they're just like kind of next to each other, you know? So this is all like melee crit and crit multi. But the staff one over here, isn't it both? Yeah, you get crit multi and crit strike chance. But like I was just looking at the base crit of 15 just being so high. That like I'm just like, oh my gosh, I want that. Right now we're running two-handed stuff anyways. It probably makes more sense to go two-handed. But this is mace or scepters. I was really just going mace, but now I'm thinking like staff is like the way to go. Overlord is your crits don't deal more damage. Oh yes, but we still want critical strike chance to make that thing activate. Does that make sense? And also I need power charge on crit in order for my build to function. Like because I don't know if you tried Holy Hammers, but you have to spend a power charge in order to get your thing up and running. Your but like that just makes like things like the Diamond Flask, it's just like get another 15 crit. Like that's just, it's so easy. So that's why I'm thinking about getting that item. I mean, it's pretty cheap, but again, it's one-handed, and I'm speccing into two-handed right now. So there's kind of like a give and a take with it. So I'm trying to debate right now. I don't know. I should probably do this off stream because it's gonna be like boring to look at all this stuff. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and call it for the night for myself. But thank you so much, guys, for stopping by. I really appreciate it. My YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, Kick, they're all the same. So if you guys want to follow me wherever you guys prefer to watch content, if you guys want to watch more stuff, yeah, I'll be uploading all this stuff on YouTube as well. And tomorrow we'll hopefully get towards like maps. It takes a while to like for at least me to like decide what I want to go for, because I'm going to look up all, because I sat there for a while looking up all the different ways we can get a power charge. And you know what's the funniest thing? The only early way that you can get it that I'm aware of without having like use certain other skills, because I'm not going to do that, I just want to push one button, is this Malignar's Cruelty, which gives you a chance to gain a power charge on killing an enemy with less than 5 poisons, which we just don't do poisons, so it's basically 15% chance on kill. But the amulet itself sucks. It does give you 8% increased life, which is not a bad stat. The dex and int is also not a bad stat at all. So it's like, it's kind of usable in that sort of a sense. But anyways, yeah, thanks for stopping by, guys. GG's, good nights. Pink plus in the middle right if you guys want to catch me on TikTok. But everywhere else, follow, subscribe. You guys know what to do. But GG's, have a good night. We'll be back tomorrow with more Path of Exile pretty much until we get to maps.